Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Hello everyone, I need a haircut. And welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Husam X Tom X Scoppish stream. And guys, this week, you get me? History will be made. Because for the first time in 4 years of saying I have to get you on Coppish, me and Tom are actually on Coppish. And it's not some bullshit call-in show, hey, I'm just gonna send you the link on a side note thing. It's actually me and Tom. I hope they, they ask for my face so they can put it on the thumbnail. It obviously helps increase the views. Same with Tom. You get me? When you put Husam and Tom's face on a thumbnail, views straight away. They know it's the dynamic duo of Liverpool YouTube. You get me? It is what it is. But regardless, today we're going to be talking about that win against Bournemouth. We're going to be... Guys, I can't lie to you. Before the stream started, I tore up half a kilo of shrimp. And I'm feeling like so pumped up. Like I feel so energetic. I feel like I want to fight someone right now. So it's perfect to stream right now, to be honest with you. So yeah. Joining us first and foremost is the guy that will join me on Coppish this Thursday. Hey, we made it, Tom, after 4 years. We have to get you on Coppish. We finally made it. How are we, Tom, lad?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's great to finally, get to Coppish. I remember the first time I was told I need to get you on Coppish. Sadio Mane was still playing on the left wing for Liverpool.
That's the worst part. He wasn't even a striker yet. He was a left winger even at the time. Imagine.
I was still watching left wing Sadio Mane shifts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shrimp, you'll get fat. Open new tab. Check calories for shrimp. Every 100 gram of shrimp has like 100 something calories, and it's all protein. You fraud. Think you get these biceps by what? You're eating tofu and shit, bro. You have to eat protein, bro. To eat protein. Hear this? Anyway, Thursday. Can't wait, Tom. I'm gonna have a couple of words at the start of the stream as well. I just want to ask Drifty what his player ratings for the Bournemouth game is for Salah. Is he gonna give him a 3 again? Anyway, joining us next, you get me, Tom's partner on this stream.
The problem is Salah scored again, didn't he? So he can't get a good ratings. He scored twice.
Yeah, he scored. So he has to have a good game without scoring because football is about how you feel.
Exactly.
Joining us on the channel next, you get me, Tom's partner over here. I really think, Tom, they're gonna get so weirded out Thursday when me and you like combine forces. They're gonna be I don't think they're ready. I'll be honest with you, it'll be the weirdest thing.
They're gonna be so thrown off.
This thing where we're a couple basically, we fight between each other, but anywhere we go into different areas, we just become united, bro. It's the funniest shit ever. Anyway, man like Callum is in the building. Hi, Cal.
Yes, bros. How you doing?
Really good. You good?
We're making it happen, innit? What I would say is just to manage expectations, anything can change in the lead up to Thursday. And I'm joking.
Here we go.
I'm joking. Thursday we're on.
That's why Aidan is warning us, calling you sneaky Cal. I don't know.
Why am I sneaky?
You are sneaky. FSG until the day I die. And joining us on the channel as well, that's AI Callum. Joining us on the channel, of course, my partner, take on these two frauds. The man, the myth, the legend, the Gravenberg of the stream. Man like Matt is in the building. How are we, man?
What's going on, peeps? What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Everyone blessed? Everyone good?
Yes.
Good.
Which one of you didn't make last week? It was you, right, Matt?
No. What? I could have made last week. Yeah, Jamie was here last week, innit? Yeah, Jamie was here last week.
Yeah, shout out Jamie, man. Big up Jamie Phillips. Sure, guys.
Big up Jamie, man. Each and every time, man.
And speaking of subscribing, guys, thank you for 44.4k. We're on the road to 45k, so please do hit that like button. Do subscribe. Also, all these incredible panelists' channels are in the description. Coppish, Matt One Show, Sanderson Show, and Tom Little. One day he will upload. I can't promise you, but I will try my best in it. So, first and foremost, you guys, we have to start off with the Bournemouth game. And then, or essentially Liverpool this week, basically, is what we like to start with. I'm going to start off with Tom for this one. Talk to me, Tom, about the Bournemouth game.
Incredible results. I've seen a lot of overreaction this weekend from parts of the fan base. Ultimately, if you want to look at this weekend and this week in perspective, Arsenal went and done something that we done in December, and we went and done something they couldn't do all season, which is go and beat Bournemouth away. We were told that this is going to be one of the games where the downfall starts. You can't handle Bournemouth away. And what was it? A 3xG to 1xG? You know, chance-wise, we had the much better chances. We had more control of the game. It was a really professional performance. And the moments that they did have opportunities, the holy goalie, who apparently should be dropped for QEV and Kelleher, bailed us out once again, because that's what a world-class goalkeeper, that's what the best goalkeeper in the world does. You know, really, really mature performance on the weekend at a tough away ground. I thought everyone bar Trent played well. And that's not...
Oh, you're so disingenuous. You're going to say Trent had a bad game?
I think he was the worst performer on the day, yeah. Albeit he did have to go up against the Semenyo, who was putting the fear of God in me.
I actually disagree with you. I'm going to say someone that I like was the worst player on the pitch.
Who?
McAllister?
No.
I thought McAllister had a bad game, even though I like him. But like, given what we expect of McAllister, I don't think he was.
I have to agree.
Why do you guys hate on Trent so much? I swear he stopped Semenyo like 75% of the time.
Here's the thing. There were times in that game, not even that, even the basics, some of his passing was really, really off. And obviously, don't get twisted, Semenyo was very, very good. But Trent, in general, defensively, a little bit liable at times. But even attacking-wise, though.
You don't think Szoboszlai was worse than Trent in that game?
No.
No. I think it was...
I know his work rate and stuff was really good, but in the final third, Szoboszlai was like...
But Dominic Szoboszlai's game was limited because he had to go back and help out Trent because Trent was struggling in his matchups. Trent was getting... Bournemouth were targeting him, obviously, because they had Kerkez and Semenyo on his side, and it was a very obvious thing that they were doing where Semenyo would start dribbling in, and then Kerkez would run outside. Trent would commit on Semenyo, not win the ball, and Kerkez would be free. That was where their offside goal came from. So Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, because Arnie Slot said after the game, he had to end up moving Gravenberch out wide right to deal with Kerkez to stop that overlap that they were getting. Trent was the worst performer on the day. That it doesn't mean he was horrendous. It wasn't his worst game of the season, but he was the worst performer of the day. I thought centre-back wise, Canate and Van Dijk did an absolute joke. Once again, they just show why they're the best partnership in the league. They did, you know, that's a Bournemouth side that scored 9 goals in the last 2 games and barred a rebound off a long range effort that hit the post. They didn't look like they didn't create any major chances. We limited them in that sense. Even Andy Robertson had a very good game. That's a shock. Andy Robertson in that second half was very, very good. Unk still got it and all that. Gravenberch, joke of a footballer. You know, at the start of the season, we were all like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this." Now it's the norm. Gravenberch does this. He has been.
Yeah, I feel like we're normalized to it now.
Yeah, he has been the best DM in the league this season. He continues to show it in the big moment. I thought Diaz had a pretty good game, all things considered. I know we didn't score, but I thought he was quite important at creating the space.
He's like a fourth midfielder almost.
Yeah, Zabani, who I think has been very good this season, couldn't really deal with the movements he was making. I don't know, he sort of faded a bit in the second half, but I thought for the first 60 minutes, Diaz was very, very good. And then, you know, Mohamed Salah does what Mohamed Salah does and wins football matches for Liverpool Football Club and wins big games for Liverpool Football
Club. I think that's truly where the frustration comes from. Because you're saying people are talking about the frustration from the weekend. First of all, just before you carry on, big up to Ed, says big up Husam, Matt, Callum, and the Beatles reject. You're such a fraud, Ed. You're such a fraud. You're the one that started the Tom Kids thing, and now you're going to start the Beatles reject thing. It's insanity. But regardless, thank you for the super chat, Ed. And by the way, guys, let's get the likes up. Come on, we're not even at 100 likes yet. We have 400 people here. Here's the thing. Here's where I think the frustration comes from, which is like a rightfully so type thing. Without Salah, we don't win that game. And I think this is where, like, the conversation is... Yeah. I tell you, this is where the conversation is the following. I need, in this next 3 months, every single forward to step up. Because whoever will cost me a league title, I'm going to be the most toxic person in the universe towards him. I don't care what you've done from January till now. And I'm talking about all forwards. Yes, Diaz overall had a good game, yes. But I'm talking about in these moments, you need someone to help out. Because Tom, me and you both lived through this last season. As soon as Salah has a bad game, all eyes are on him, but no one talks about the others. No one talks about the others. Whether it's a Cody or a Diaz or a Jota or a Nunes, whoever it is, I don't care. Even if it's Chiesa, one at some point in time in the next 4 or 5 games, Salah will have a bad game. It's normal. And when he does have a bad game, will one of the others step up? That's the question.
But they have done recently. Like
they have done so far this season, but this is
I get that
time.
point. I get that point, but if you look at the last 3 league games before Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest away, Jota steps up. Brentford away, Nunes steps up. Ipswich at home, Gakpo steps up. The only guy who hasn't had a game where he stepped up is Diaz. But all the forward line are giving their moments. They are stepping up in moments. And the idea that we would have lost that game without...
Diaz did earlier on in the season.
Diaz had his moments early this season. In this recent...
But I'm talking about crunch time now. You guys know February till May, it's like almost a different league.
I hear it. It's a different type of pressure.
It's like a level of pressure.
I get the point of if Salah has a bad game, we need someone to step up. But there's also the case of we do have Salah. It's very rare that Salah has bad games. Even so far this season, he hasn't had many bad games. He's even like recently where he hasn't been getting goals or assists in games. He still had very good performances. The idea that the angers because we would have lost that game, we would have drawn that game if we didn't have Salah. Most teams would struggle against Bournemouth if they don't have the best player. Some teams struggle against Bournemouth with the best player.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just explaining the frustrations. The frustration is now in this crunch time.
I don't see.
I actually think this frustration comes from PTSD from last season as well, like with what Nunes and Diaz did towards the end of last year.
This season is not similar to last season in any shape, way, or form. If you're asking me, last season was a team that was very good but gassed out. This team this season looks miles away from gassing out. It looks like it's been very well managed for the amount of minutes that have been played, which must go on to like...
By the way, I told you last season Europa League is a bad thing. Now you see why.
The Europa League wasn't a bad thing. It was the sheer amount of injuries that we got.
Fraud. You'll never admit when you're wrong, ever.
The Europa League wasn't a bad thing last year. The Europa League...
If we didn't have Europa League football last year, we would have won the league.
Mohamed Salah didn't get injured because of Europa League football. Szoboszlai didn't get injured because of Europa League football.
Talking about injuries, you're talking about fatigue. Talking about tiredness.
No, but the fatigue is because...
Thank God Jamie's not here. If he heard the word tiredness, he would have been so annoyed. He'd have been so rattled, bro. He'd have started shouting. You don't talk. Don't talk. You wanted Salah sold in the summer selection. You wanted Salah sold in the summer. If it wasn't for him, we'd be fighting for top 4 now. Don't talk. Talking about I'm complaining about something. Everything I say has a reason behind it. You wanted the best player in the planet sold last summer, and you wanted to keep the donkey. So stay quiet and sit down, take pen and paper, and learn from when we talk about football. So yeah, sorry, I just had to get my anger out. Yeah, because this guy's a fraud. He's gonna come at me like I'm like, Husam's always complaining about something. I'm not. Oh, see, wrong and strong.
He's trying to double down on it.
Wrong and strong. Imagine still thinking that you would tell Salah.
I can't like each to their own, but for me, that's crazy. You can't. That's crazy.
But yeah, I'll just wrap up on this. I know that everyone watched the Manchester City game on the weekend and the Arsenal game. I don't know why people are so bothered by it. Like, I'm not. Well done. They beat Manchester City in a worse way than we did earlier this season. They were less dominant. They just had the luck with the deflections. Let's calm it down and let's appreciate what this team's doing. Because everyone goes, I don't know why we're panicking about other results when it's in our hands. Only panic about other results when it's not in our hands.
Thank you. We are actually in control of our own destiny. It doesn't matter what they do. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, they can do whatever they like. That's how I see it.
Ultimately, all that's happened this weekend is both teams have played a game and the gap is still as big as it was. Nothing's changed, bar there's less games for them to close the gap.
Yeah, but we need to take Salah's advice.
Does anyone feel nervous about Arsenal here?
No.
I'm not nervous, but I would say I'm wary of them because they're not. Obviously, what it is I expected them to beat City. Yeah,
same.
I expected them to beat City, so it's a thing of I will only worry about Arsenal if we draw or lose to Everton. That's where it will change for me because momentum can change. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We have to beat Everton. That game, that's the game in hand, isn't it?
Lost against Everton, I hear what you're saying, but 6 points still. Draw is 7 points.
Yeah, but
So they still need 3 games where they're perfect and we're not.
We've seen it before, man. But how many weeks
Callum,
ago when we drew to
Callum,
Newcastle and drew to what was the other game?
Fulham. Yeah,
What was the other game?
You're gonna be a calculator, Martin.
Back draws.
But that was 2
Bring
games.
the calculator out.
That was 2
Here,
games.
I have a
I
calculator.
hear it. I hear it.
Tell me. So
you
1 point.
Tom, you get what I mean? Because you can have back-to-back draws and say Arsenal, but remember, Arsenal did take advantage at that time, if I'm not mistaken. They drew one of those games as well, innit?
They drew to Everton.
Exactly.
The same day we drew to Fulham. But my point is, like, I get that, but you've got to look at how we perform. So that was our biggest blip this season. Either that or drawing with United and then losing in the cup. Which
drawing with United was the worst that I felt the whole year.
But that's our blip. 2 games where one of them we should have won if we had 11 men on the pitch and Robertson didn't get himself sent off, and the other one we should have won if Queeveen Kelleher had grabbed the ball. So it weren't like we.
Yeah, but why didn't you mention the other game where Braveheart got sent off? So continue.
No, he did. He mentioned.
No, he did. Yeah, he might.
That was the first thing I mentioned.
Yeah, but why did you whisper it then? Because I didn't hear you. Because the Vim was
I whispered it. Yeah,
like,
everyone else
different
heard
levels of Vim.
Fucking hell. You have selective.
By the way, what a name you have, Dimitar Dimitrov. That's a fucking elite name, and I do agree with you, Tom. Callum. I have to say this to Callum because I can't continue. Callum, are you going to be a calculator merchant and say it's okay to draw against Everton?
No, but I'll be honest with you. If I'm sitting there 7 points clear of Arsenal in the same amount of games, I'm not complaining about it.
So if we get a draw against Everton, you won't lose your shit?
Depending on how the game goes. But in terms of the points tally, I'm not going to lose myself because it's 7 points. If we lose and it's 6 points, I'll be very upset. If we win and it's 9 points, I'm over the moon. But 7 points still is a 3-game swing. If we're sitting here 7 points clear of Arsenal on the same amount of games, like we can't sit there and be like,
you're so much better than this. You are so much better than this. And you know it deep down, you're a lot better than this. This is what I expect Tom to say, not you. I think he has negatively affected you.
No, I want the win, but I'm saying I'm not going to sit here.
But it's must win. The reason why I say it's must win is momentum.
Nice,
Callum.
must win, Carl. You can't.
Thank you. Momentum
for a title, and you're saying, "Oh well, if we get the draw, brother, it's a must-win game."
Sam's become the momentum merchant that I was last year.
Tom, I was never ever a calculator merchant ever.
I'm not.
I never ever looked at the table and went like, "Oh, we're 5 points ahead of blah blah blah, so it's okay if we draw this game." I've never had that mentality ever. And the reason is there's 2 things. First of all, guys, I get it in the chat. You want to do this whole fuck Arsenal thing. Okay, no problem. Fuck Arsenal. But we have to not be complacent and act like we're coming up against a bunch of nobodies. They are capable of going on runs. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, what we can't keep in our mind is, oh, Arsenal are going to drop points in this game. They're going to drop points in that game. We can't have that mindset of like, oh yeah, this game they're going to drop points, that game they're going to drop points, because that's just not how it works. No, I can't build us winning the league based off of another team dropping points. And the third thing is, the reason why momentum is massive is the following. If we beat Everton, the message that it sends is a lot stronger than any points gap difference. As in, we win that game, okay? And the game in hand that we had, which is a very tough game, in a place where we won 1 time in the last 7 years. So many people are expecting us to drop points. You go over there, you beat Everton. And if you beat Everton in the derby, and you continue to build on momentum, that's how you make Arsenal give up. And that's how eventually they falter. That's why I'm saying momentum is massive. I'm not looking at it as just a pure game of numbers, because there's something psychological in title races. Like there's something mental in title races. And I think this is something that we need to build on. Essentially, if we want to win this league, we need to bury Arsenal mentally. And that's why I'm saying it's a must-win game. And there's another thing I want to say as well. I actually have a theory. I think draws are worse for a title race than even losses. I'll tell you why. Because after a loss, you just say, okay, we got outplayed. You dust yourself off and you go back again, like Nottingham Forest. A draw kills your momentum and it just feels like utter shit because you know that you have the game in your hands.
We all,
and I'll say this right now, And some people might say they disagree, but I'll just say my opinion. Okay, no problem, because that makes no sense because you're both calculator merchants. I'll say this right now. I felt worse after Newcastle, Fulham, Man United than I did Forest at home. Because Forest at home, it was like, okay, we lost the game. It's a game off. We have like it's like a shit game. You get me? We were absolutely horrible.
Husam,
Dust yourself. Let me just land. Let me land. Let me land.
Just
give me 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds. I'm going to mute my mic. That's Forest game. It ends. We lose 1-0. Guys, we were all shit. We had a horrendous game. Dust yourself off. Go again next week. Newcastle felt like shit because we had the 3 points in our hand. Fulham felt like shit because we could have won the game. And United felt like shit because we could have won the game. That's what I'm saying. It feels even worse because you're this close to grabbing 3 points.
Right, Husam, I just got one question then.
Sorry, Tom, really quick. Velvy, if you're in the chat, can you find us the post-match reactions of Husam after the Forest game and compare it to the others, please, if you can?
Yeah, I'll tell you my post-match reaction. My post-match reaction was losing my shit, but I lost my shit even worse against United.
But it's because the season went further along, bro.
That's the point. If the Forest game had happened at
the Newcastle game,
at the point, if you swapped the Newcastle and the Forest game around,
Husam would have been in prison.
Your reaction for the Forest loss would be a million times worse.
Husam would be in prison right now, Tom.
No, but you know what?
It's the fact it was 4 games into the season that no one really went, oh, okay, panic stations. It was all a case of, oh, okay, it's disappointing, but shit happens.
When we didn't win the league, when we was going for the famous quad, why didn't we win the league?
Draws.
We didn't win the league because we had a shit first half of the season.
No, Tom. But lo and behold, we drew. All right, I'm going to say this. We changed one result against Spurs. Remember? It was crunch time.
But this is why
this is what Husam's saying about pressure. Now, I'm slightly different from what Husam's saying. Slightly different, but I understand it. You see, when you're going for a title, draws feel like losses. Yes. And too many draws can cost you a title. We've seen it how many times with the amount of times we've drawn. So I do kind of understand where it's coming from, because that draw is just as deflating as a loss. It genuinely feels like that. And not only that, imagine if you get 3 draws in a row, you get 3 points. Remember, if you get a loss, a draw, and a win in 3 games, that's 4 points. You still get 1 more point. Imagine that. It's actually better than 3 losses. You're right. I kind of understand it. And that sounds crazy. No one's saying, oh, we'll just take a loss at Everton, because I know what people are going to try and do. They're going to change the narrative. No one's not saying that. What we're saying is, well, for me anyway, when you are going for a title, a draw is nearly just as bad as a loss, in my opinion anyway.
All right, you're right. The reason you're saying that, though, Matt, is because at the time of these draws, we weren't leading. We were chasing. So anytime you lose points when you're chasing, it's going to hit even more.
We were leading in 18-19.
No, but how big was the lead? The lead wasn't that big. If we're talking about now, we've got 6 points.
Hold on, wait. See 18-19.
We were 7 points clear of City. If I remove the game in the hand.
No, fair enough. We drew. What is it? We drew 3 games.
We only lost 1 game, right? In this season.
Yeah.
And how many did we draw that season?
We drew 3 games.
Right.
United, Leicester,
Everton. We're not going up against a prime City this time. This is what I'm saying. We're not, and I'm not even trying to discredit Arsenal. I came out on record and I said I thought Arsenal would win the league this season, so I'm not going to sit here and discredit them.
Yeah.
They're not City of 18-19.
No,
17,
I know. I hear it.
So I get there's PTSD. I get that we want to win the Everton game, just like I do. I'm saying here, though, purely result. I'm not obviously privy to how the game's going to be. If we're leading 2-0 and they claw us back 2-2, I'm going to lose my head. But on the actual result side itself, I can't sit here and be crazy upset if we have a 7-point gap over Arsenal. Because
can I tell you why you should be crazy upset? Can I tell you genuinely why you should be crazy upset? Because
Arsenal swung a points total last season again.
Because we still have to go to Villa away and City away and Chelsea away, and we still have to play Arsenal at home, and we still have to play Spurs, and we have the derby would have been done at the time. There's another game. There's a game as well. I keep forgetting. There's one.
We've got to play everyone twice, bro. Arsenal have to play.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're talking about our enemy, right? We're 7 points ahead of our enemy. Their run is infinitely easier than ours.
No,
infinitely
it's not.
Easier. Yes, it is.
No,
Name one tough game they have other than Anfield. Go on.
I think they have more games.
Okay, no problem. That's two. I'll give you those two. So what else?
I think
they've got to play.
They've already played Villa home and away, so that's out
Man United
the way.
away.
Oh, shiver me timbers! Man United at Old Trafford.
Yeah, the team that knocked them out the FA Cup.
Man United at home is more difficult than United at Old Trafford, because United at Old Trafford will do the whole where Man United and they'll try to attack and then they'll get done over. So I'm not worried about they're going to win that game.
And I don't get the.
By the way, we have Fulham away as well. That's 6 away difficult fixtures.
Sam, we've got the best fucking away record in the league. Where's
perfect.
The belief?
So beat Everton then.
Oh my god, I just don't get this idea. Look, we both play pretty much the same. Well, no, you do, because you play every
no, we
team
don't.
twice in the league. We do though. We play every team twice in the fucking league, both of us.
Genuine question to everybody in the panel. Genuine question to everybody in the panel. Yes. I'll ask Cal first, actually. Cal, you're Arnie Slot, the Everton game. Are you going not to lose, or are you going to try and win?
No, I'm going to try to win.
You're going to try and win, even if it means you could lose the game.
Yeah, of course.
So I like to hear that, because one thing.
Yeah, of course.
What about you, Tom? I'm guessing exactly the same. You're going to try and win. You're not just not going to try and lose, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try and win.
I already know Husam already. I know Husam. You're going to say
hell yeah, I want to win.
Because the reason I'm saying that is because the way you were speaking, Cal, I just wanted to make sure the way you were saying it, you were like, oh, well, if we get a draw, it's not the end of the world. And it isn't. But what I'm saying is, I still expect our team to go and get the league. I don't want us to be even a little bit defensive, because even if you're a little bit defensive, that's how you can concede the league before you know it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, we did that. We did that back in 18-19 when we went to Man City playing for a draw instead of playing for the win, and then we came up short.
Yeah. But I think again that that's what we've been this season. I think when it was Henry on Monday Night Football, he said himself, the only team in the Premier League, like Liverpool, are playing to win games. Arsenal are playing to not lose games. That's how we've been all season. That's why this whole thing that's happened the past 2-3 weeks with, oh my God, Arsenal are serious. Yes, Arsenal have hit a decent vein of form now. They're pulling on the same boat. Yeah. But we are also doing the exact same thing. We've also got through a lot of tough fixtures. Go back to the notion that was happening at the point before we played Brentford. We were told we had the 3 tough games coming up. We had 3 horrible games coming up. You know, Brentford away, best home record in the league. Bournemouth away, you know, they're beating Arsenal, they're beating City, they just beat Nottingham Forest 5-0, yada yada yada. Nottingham Forest away, you know, they're a ridiculously good team this season. That's where Liverpool season's going to come undone. We took 7 points from 9 games and was the best team in each game. The best team in each game, and we got through 3 of probably the 5 toughest away games.
And that 10 games period, I think it was November and was it November and December, Tom, where everyone was like, "This is the 10 games where everything."
Yeah, Arsenal didn't leave London all throughout December. We had to go and play.
We went to London and we picked up maximum points pretty much.
We had to play Newcastle away. Our Decembers, we had to play City, Newcastle, Fulham, Tottenham, West Ham, Leicester. And Arsenal didn't leave London. They were playing the likes of Brentford, the likes of Palace, the likes of Everton. After that month where Arsenal was supposed to close the gap and make it a tight title race, the gap didn't change. And the only reason it didn't change was because we didn't play a game in December. We played 1 less game than them in December because of the Everton game getting postponed. So, all that considered, yes, Arsenal doing well. But back what you've seen with your own eyes, we are the best team in the league this season. Any underlying metric suggests we're the best team in the league this season.
Why is it okay to
watching it with your eyes shows we're the best team in the league this season.
So why is it okay to draw to Everton?
Because derby games are notoriously difficult games.
And how does that change anything you've just said? Forget what I've said.
So
we're the best team in the world. We have the best away record.
Yeah.
We are challenging for the title. The gap hasn't changed. All great stuff. I don't disagree with any single word. So why is it okay to draw to Everton then? Using your own logic. Forget mine.
I don't want to draw to Everton, but if we draw to Everton, it's not the end of the world.
Okay,
what
I've already explained my logic. Why do I think it's a problem? Is the following. I'm talking momentum. I'm talking we have a tougher run-in than Arsenal do. We have the toughest run-in, by the way. We have a tougher run-in than Arsenal do. And if we win that game, it has the reverse effect of it's okay. If we win that game, it destroys Arsenal's soul. You get it? Like their whole thought process of, okay, we're all going to sit there on a Wednesday night, watch this game away at Goodison. Liverpool have only won once there in the last 7 years. Liverpool go and beat Everton. Arsenal start to mentally give up step by step. Do you get it now? Why my logic is stronger than yours? It's not points on the board. I'm not simply saying, oh, we're going to be 7 points out of Arsenal. Okay, being 6 points out of Arsenal is good. Never mind 7. Being 7, 8, whatever, 9, it's all good. But I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about the psychological effect. I'm talking about us. You're saying that the gap hasn't changed. You're saying the gap hasn't changed. Correct. Mm-hmm. Why not put your foot on their neck and bury them once and for all?
No, me and Cal have not said we don't want to do that. Not me and Cal have not said we want to draw the game. Neither me or Cal have said we want to draw the game. Not obviously, no one said that. But my point is, if you're looking at all the games we got coming up, and you ask me which game do I think will be the biggest statement against Arsenal, it's not the Everton one. If we went away to Man City and put in a performance like we did at home, that's more of a statement than beating Everton at home.
The City game is easier than the Everton game.
It might well be, but that is not where the statement comes in. But whether you like it or not, that's not where the statement comes in, because Arsenal beat Tottenham in a North London derby like 3-4 weeks ago. But the City game was more of a statement than beating Tottenham.
I'd say yes. I'd agree with you, but the context for them is different. It's just because City have basically slapped up Arsenal, so that's why them slapping them is momentum for Arsenal.
Can I ask a question, Sam? Are we basing the whole momentum thing based on how we were under Klopp? Because under Klopp, we were a very emotional driven team. So a draw and a loss would be so demoralizing for us because we were so emotionally invested as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Slot for me is a lot more calculating and a lot more ice cold in his approach to things. So after the Forest game, a lot of people thought, oh, this could be a momentum killer now, and we could go on a little slide. And after that, I think he went on a run where we didn't lose a game for how many weeks, and we were winning every single game back to back. Is there not an idea there that we're trying to compare this Liverpool team under Slot with the Liverpool team under Klopp, which last season we had a brand new midfield. Klopp announced that he was leaving. I'm gonna say this, but I don't want any backlash. Tactics were really, really left to be desired last season in a lot of big moments. And Salah got injured at a crucial time in the season and didn't kind of recapture his form. Then, if I'm not mistaken, Jota also got injured.
Didn't play from January to March.
Trent also got injured. We won the Carabao Cup, but we had loads of injuries after the Carabao Cup game. Are we not sitting there just thinking, oh, this happened last season, and because it happened with Klopp, then I genuinely don't think the two teams are the same now. I think there's a big difference. Now, I'm not sitting there saying it's done. Arsenal ain't got a chance in hell. I'm just saying it. I think it's very easy to compare this and go, oh, last season, last season, tactics.
Carl, did you have a problem with Klopp's tactics?
I think you and I had the same issues with Klopp's tactics.
Last year in the running, there was a big problem with them.
I'll be honest. It wasn't tactics, bro. Obviously, structure could have been better. Do you know what the main problem is, though?
Yeah, missed chances was a big thing.
The chances were horrific that we missed, bro.
This is why I need Matt on this.
No. They were horrific.
Callum is talking about.
And I did say defensive structure. To be fair, it wasn't.
Let me just say one thing. This is we drew to City at Anfield. This was our lineup: Kelleher, Gomez, Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Bradley, Endo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Diaz, Nunez, and Harvey Elliott. Okay, we had more possession, more passes, more long passes, more corners, more shots on target. We beat Manchester City with Rodri, by the way. Listen to City's lineup. Ederson, Walker, Ake, Akanji, Stones, Rodri, KDB, Bernardo, Haaland, Julian Alvarez, player of the season, Phil Foden. We had more possession than them. We had more shots than them. We had more touches, more passes, more tackles, more corners. We beat them in every single metric. But then there was this guy from Colombia who looked at Ortega straight in the face, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And then the corner flag met his shot. And then the game against Man United came after that. And then we had 15 attempts in the first half to their 0. And iconically, we were 1-0 up after 15 attempts. 1-0 up. And then we had the game against Crystal Palace, where Eden Hazard missed a one-on-one, where Diogo Jota missed a tap-in, where Salah missed a tap-in. I'm not going to talk about all the Nunes tap-ins that he missed all year long. So that is where the league title ended, at Crystal Palace. If you're going to look at the games after that and tell me Everton, Aston Villa, the league was done. Even the players mentally gave up. Go look at the full-time whistle. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 0. They're all holding their head. They know it's done. Psychologically, they gave up at that moment in time. That 3-game stretch where we lost the league, we were better than every single one of our opponents. We had more possession, had higher XG, created more chances, done everything better than those teams. And when your forward line can't take your chances, you can't put it on defensive structure or the manager. You have to talk about your forward line. You have to talk about your players.
No, let me get this quick, man. Let me get this. There's you mentioned those 3 games, Husam, which is absolutely spot on. You're right. Players miss silly chances in those games. But let's go back earlier on in the season where the tactics weren't great, but players were pulling us out of the fire. Remember the game against Fulham when we won 4-3, when we were terrible defensively on that day. I won the goal from McAllister. Trent needed to go into midfield and produce a Gerrard moment for us to win. Endo had to score from outside the box. That tactically that day, we were shoddy as hell. Let's not forget other games where we're going down goals first because, you know, defensive structure is crazy. Kanate is at centre midfield, while Trent is you know having to do the centre midfield and play new Gerrard in 2024. There were games where the players bailed us out, like the Nottingham Forest game, I think last season, where Nunes came off the bench and scores the winner. So yeah, we can speak about games where you know.
So were we good tactically against Bournemouth, or did you get bailed out by the best player in the world?
What, the week just gone?
Yeah.
No, that was a combination of both.
But I can say combination of both for all the games that you're mentioning.
No, because there was a combination of both in last season's games. It absolutely was. But there was also
did Salah bail us out against Newcastle?
Which Newcastle game?
The 3-3. Yes.
Yeah, of course he did.
Okay, he did.
I complained about the tactics in that.
Okay, no problem. Did Nunes bail us out against Brentford?
Right that game.
Did Nunes and Trent bail us out against Brentford? Did
they bail us out? Yeah, but we should have been way ahead in that game anyway.
But did Jota bail us out against Nottingham Forest? Away?
Yeah, he did.
Because we were, if we played 300 minutes, we wouldn't have scored. The way that Sells turned into prime Gigi Buffon. My point is, I can mention games from this season where Salah bailed us out. Brighton. I can give you plenty of examples.
But that's what I'm saying, Husam. You're not keeping the same energy for last season because everything you say about this season. You can
I am, because I'm not saying that slot tactics are not working, and I'm not saying Klopp tactics are not working. I'm not blaming the manager for both seasons. Not this year, not last year. I'm talking about individuals.
No,
that's why I'm saying when I first started, what did I say? Diaz needs to cook. Gakpo needs to cook. Nunes needs to cook. I'm keeping the energy for all of them.
Where was Gakpo playing under? Where was Gakpo playing under Klopp last season?
Oh, I knew he was going to go there.
He was playing striker / left wing.
It took until April to put him on the left wing. Fucking hell, I don't release videos, and I released a video about why he needs to play Gakpo on the left wing. That should tell you he needs to put Gakpo on the left wing.
I don't release videos.
Okay.
How about someone on this panel? So you think
the reason why we didn't win the league is because Gakpo didn't play left wing? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Yes,
someone on this panel said. Someone on this panel said, how is Gakpo not playing left wing? We're playing Diaz there. If Gakpo plays left wing, there'll be more productivity. It don't make sense that he's not playing his best position.
He ain't lying.
Who said that?
He ain't lying. No, but here's the thing. I like the way how you just dragged me into the fight. But it's cool. No, Husam, what we're saying is though, I think you're thinking that we're just trying to like blame like Klopp. Cal's not blaming Klopp for last season. What he's saying is there's all these elements.
No.
Yes, he is.
Bro, he's
Don't
not.
cop out now. You did blame Klopp
bro,
now. Don't sit up here and change your words, you fraud.
Bro,
I heard you say it.
Bro, he's giving you a list of elements that contributed to why obviously we kind of like fell off. And like he did mention like obviously the finishing. He mentioned the defensive, because I said defensive structure. That's what it meant, like with the whole Klopp thing. There were just elements, but obviously when you heard Klopp, you were just like, you ain't speaking about my manager like that. And rightly so, he's a legend.
He's to Klopp what Drifty is to Darwin.
Yeah, facts.
20 games into the season,
Facts.
under Arne Slot, we only conceded one less goal than Jurgen Klopp. 20 games into last year.
But the problem was last season.
So much for no tactics or defensive structure. Can we stop acting like Klopp just shouted at the players pre-game and went like,
no one
hey, I'm
is
gonna shout and motivate you guys.
All right, do you agree with this bit though? Would you arguably say maybe more last year than others, you could see Pep Lijnders maybe a bit more influence on the team, and Pep Lijnders trying to maybe mold the team how he wanted it more so than Klopp. Obviously, Klopp's still the manager, but you could kind of see that even like the whole inverted thing with Trent. But I guess, you know why we did that? Because we realized the midfield at that point, the year before, wasn't controlling games, and we need someone to get on the ball. And I understood it. It's just that it was a massive risk in it. And I think that more so came from Pep Lijnders than Klopp, maybe. I don't know.
I'd love to get Pep Lijnders in a UFC ring 1-on-1. I want to teach him about tactics.
But here's the thing: as much as we grill Pep Lijnders, isn't he one of the? He is a factor as to when we last won the Premier League, though.
Yeah,
Do better, Matt, man.
You don't think he was any
criticize a guy and then you praise the guy in the sentence after?
No.
But I'm saying but people just act like he's like,
yeah, and your partner thought Kwanzaa's better than Konate, so hold that.
Right, again, we're doing this live. We proved this on Christmas Eve. We proved this on
Hey,
Christmas
Tom,
Eve.
your partner said FSG until the day I die. Where do we go from here?
That was
But
AI.
that was AI.
Crashing out.
That was AI.
Okay, that was AI.
I ain't even safe right now. Let me just sip my drink. I
You
ain't even
guys
safe for my
love
partner, bro.
to just like this whole pretending that Klopp was at fault for last year. Why do we not hold our players accountable? That's the thing that just pisses me off. If we had Jean-Philippe Mateta up top last year, we win the league.
We still have the same fucking players now, though.
Oh, really? Who won the league last year, Tom? Who won the league? Oh, are they good this year?
No.
Oh, wow. So if Klopp was our manager this year, would we win the league as well? When Pep and City are shit? Oh, no idea. Oh, yeah, because Klopp would just shout at the player.
You know why?
I'm gonna be so real here, and you're not gonna like this. I'm gonna be so real. If Klopp and Lijnders were still here, we're not sitting top of the league right now. Do you know why? Simple fact: we're not playing Gravenberch as regularly as what Slot plays Gravenberch. Tell me I'm lying.
I'll tell you you're lying. I'll tell you you're lying. You want to know why I tell you you're lying?
Midfielder.
You want to know why I tell you you're lying? I think Klopp would have just signed the DM in the summer.
I'm just about to.
Oh, please. Did you see his face when he lit up when we signed Endo? We weren't signing no DM.
Endo's his guy. Endo's his guy.
Endo was your guy. Why did you turn on him? Because it's cute now, Tom?
I have not turned on Endo.
Every week you and James Redmond, oh my God, apologize to Endo.
I've not turned on Endo, though.
Now he's turned on him. All of a sudden, Endo's a bad player.
I've not turned on Endo. I've not turned on Endo. But I know Endo's not a guy who start 38 games.
These guys are rattling me. These guys are rattling me to the upside. I'm rattled right now.
I know. I can see it. But here's what, and this is where I have to agree. As much as Klopp was amazing in what he done, remember, no manager's perfect. And if I'm going to say that there were some flaws, one of the flaws were there were times when he did play players not in their original position. And this is where I have to agree with Cal. I don't think he plays Gravenberch in the 6. Unfortunately, I don't think he does. Not only that, I don't think he changes to a 4-2-3-1 either. That's another factor as well. Because we've had the opportunity when Thiago's there and he never did it then. And I didn't see it, yeah. Not only that, Cody Gakpo, I'm going to be real. When I saw Cody Gakpo doing up like centre mid and all that and a roaming 8 in a 4-3-3, I was just like, are you taking the mick? And I kept on saying, play him left wing. Just play him left wing. That's all you got to do.
But you failed to mention
however, Slot isn't perfect either because My man saw what Jarrell Konsa was doing and still decided to put him right back against Newcastle, which was an absolutely horrific thing to do. So again, no manager is perfect. They're gonna make mistakes, and let's keep it a buck. I think even some people were a little bit wary when we put Diaz as the 9. I think if you've got another striker in the books that's available, does he still make that decision? I don't think he does, to be fair. I think it's because it's the only decision he had because Nunes wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's score goals. So he's kind of forced to. But it would be interesting to see if he still would have done that if Jota was still available.
Matt, why? Yeah. Ask you a question honestly. Why was Gakpo playing in midfield at the start of last season? Be honest, why? Because there was no fit midfielders. That's why.
Wait.
So if you're okay, I'll give you a genuine thing. I'll be completely honest and objective right now. No agenda, no bullshit. Let's say, God forbid, we have 4 midfielders out injured, and Slot has to play Gakpo in midfield. I'm not going to use that against him.
He's not going to play Gakpo in midfield, though.
So who is he going to play in midfield? PJ McConnell?
So what for
Funny said that he rather would.
Because he would do. What 4 midfielders are out injured to Sam?
He rather would.
What 4 midfielders are out injured?
So you're saying the 4 midfielders are out injured? Which 4?
All right, let's take out Gravenberch, McAllister, Soberslai, and Jones.
He'll play McConnell and Elliott. He'll play McConnell and Endo as a pivot with Elliott as the 10.
I actually agree with
that. Jones is there as well. Did you say Jones?
No, I took out Jones. He took out
Jones. He took out Gravenberch, McAllister, Soberslai, Jones.
And he'd
play Endo, McConnell. Yeah. He'd play Endo, McConnell with Elliott as the 10.
As much as even if we lose that game, he has. I think he's got more principles in terms of like where he sees players fitting. He will try his hardest not to try and move people, especially now at the end of the season.
Husam, what would you do in that situation? What would you if we lost McAllister?
I wouldn't mind playing Gakpo in midfield, by the way.
There it is.
People are acting like Gakpo in midfield is like the worst thing ever. Gakpo is one of the technical players that we have that can keep the ball.
10, Husam,
that is very physical. No, but I think Klopp was forced into. But you're saying in the 10, Klopp doesn't play with a 10.
No. What I'm saying is, if Cody Gakpo was to play the 10, say against Everton, I'm not going to cry about that because he's still in the 10 role, can drive with the ball. Like you said, he's technical. But we're talking about when Klopp was playing the 4-3-3. I'll never forget. He was one of the 8s. I can't remember. It might have been Endo.
He was the left 8. So we have McAllister on the 6, Soberslai on the right, Gakpo on the left.
And I said to myself, brother, I know Gakpo is a ball carrier, and I understand he's technical, but he's still a left winger, and he just hasn't got the traits of a midfielder. He's not.
Yeah, and also at the time, I would say this. The reason why I think it's unfair to say like McConnell at the time. Even we wouldn't have known who McConnell is. Like, let's be serious. At the time, at the start of last season, we didn't know them yet. We didn't know about Bobby Clark. We didn't know about McConnell. We didn't know about these players. If Jurgen Norbert Klopp was Liverpool manager, we'd win the league this year. The reason why we win the league this year is because shit are shit. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. But we need to stop acting like Slot is like tactically superior. He's not.
No, but if we're doing this for Slot, if we're saying if Slot was without 4 midfielders, he'd play McConnell, Endo, and Elliott as his midfield 3. But
I don't agree with you.
So what do you think Slot's midfield 3 would be?
I think Slot will opt for experience.
No. I'm not asking for an essay, Sam. What would Slot's midfield?
Yeah, I think he'd go Trent there. Exactly. I was about to say. I think he'd play Bradley right back, Trent in the 6.
Oh my God!
Me and Carl have a quick conversation. Hear this, Carl. You see when we wasn't given any centre backs, that season. Who did he play midfield?
Don't go down this route.
I know I don't, because this is my tag partner, and I feel like he's gonna attack me now with a chair in it. His WWE settings. He's gonna attack me, but it's one of them ones where I just got to, do you know what I mean? Just got to firm it and we keep it moving. But
so Husam wants Gakpo
when we remember when we played, who was it, Carl? Was it Henderson and who?
You fraud. I'm telling you what I think Slot would do, not what I would do.
What have you seen this season that suggests Slot wants to play Trent in midfield?
Managers opt for experience.
Fabinho and Henderson.
Husam. There is a video that Arnie Stott done with Rio Ferdinand on YouTube where you can see him go, Trent can't operate in the middle. So why the fuck would he then play him in midfield if he doesn't think he can operate
Yeah,
in the
he's just
midfield?
saying that for the camera.
Technically, he said he believes that others operate better than Trent in midfield.
Yeah.
He didn't say Trent can't operate.
Sorry, what video is this? Who's this? Sorry, what was
His
this?
fucking his video with Rio Ferdinand, the one that he done with Jones.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
same video where Curtis said Hazard is better, and then he starts begging it with Salah when he scores.
There is no
Don't beg
way.
it, mate.
So
Don't beg it.
Right, okay. So
Don't beg it. Go record TikToks with Hazard.
Have you seen Top Boy where Thingy says, "Hey," he says to Jack, I think it's Sully. He's like, "Don't beg." It's disgusting.
Hell yeah. Curtis Jones, like as soon as Salah scored the game against Lille, he starts begging it. Don't beg it. Go celebrate with Hazard, mate.
He got the assist, mate. You can celebrate that. But by the by, so
Yeah, of
Sam,
course you
right,
defend that,
so
of course.
I just
Because
wanted to
you're
say,
a wool just
I
like
want-
him.
I
Isn't the
want
whole
to get-
point of being
I want to
scouts
get an
backing your
answer.
own?
I
Isn't
want
the
to
whole
get
point
an
of
answer.
scouts backing
I
your
want
own,
to get-
Tom?
I want to get an answer to my question. If Arnie Slot did not have McAllister, Gravenberch, Soboslai, and Jones available, what is his midfield three?
Okay,
In your
I'll
opinion?
answer your question. In these situations, managers will opt for experience, whether it is Slot or anyone else. A manager will not just throw a random kid in there. Prime example, Mikel Arteta. Okay, I'm going to give you examples from this season.
No, what you're saying is
Mikel
right.
Arteta did not start Nwaneri in the 10. He started Trossard in the 10. Even though Nwaneri is a talent, even though Nwaneri is amazing, he opted for experience. So I don't know for a fact what Slot would do, but based off of all the
Arteta's
experience
worst
that I've had,
example to use.
actually, Pep Guardiola this season, Rodri got injured. He's not playing some random academy DM. He's
Yes,
playing
and it's
Kovacic
not
there.
working.
My logic is, if God forbid we were in that situation, what would have happened, in my opinion, is I think Slot would opt for an experienced player to play out of position over there, regardless who it is. Okay, that's my honest answer.
But you've still not answered the question. What was his midfield 3B?
He's a politician.
I think he'd go Endo. I think he'd go probably Trent in the DM next to Endo, and I think he'd probably play Elliott in the 10. That's what I think.
No gap home midfield, basically.
Yeah, but once again, you're being Okay, when he
Hold on,
played
wait,
Gakpo,
wait, Husam, Matt. When we signed Cody Gakpo back, what year was it? 2022?
2022, I think it was. Yeah.
He
Was it
signed in
January 2023? January 2023.
Okay. Yeah, big up, Tom. I forgot.
Do you remember what I said? And I got ridiculed for it and laughed out the building. What did I say when we first signed him? Before he'd even kicked the ball for us, what did I say would happen?
You said I can see him playing in the midfield.
I can see Klopp using him in the midfield.
As a midfielder. Yeah.
I got when I tell
because
you
of the attributes that he has. Yeah.
the chat absolutely
Running power.
ridiculed me.
And at then times there, Klopp went into his PMP bag in it, like them.
The chat
And listen,
destroyed
it works. Don't get twisted. But sometimes it was like, brother, not everyone has to be Henderson. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they don't all have to be him because he's done it before with like when we had Genie Wijnaldum, obviously Fabinho. But the Henderson thing, I do think he was a little bit, for me anyway, a little bit obsessive because the way he even tried to convert Soboslai last year. Do you get it? Like Soboslai, I just saw like Henderson all over again. It was like, what's that phrase? Like you can get rid of the man, but not the idea. I think it's that.
Yeah.
I was like, a minute.
I get, but you guys are nitpicking now. You guys are nitpicking. At the end of the day, Jurgen Klopp had his faults. Pep had his faults.
Yeah, no.
The reason ultimately,
What has his faults? Oh, they all have their faults as
ultimately,
well.
the reason why we
Yeah.
aren't as successful as we should be in the Klopp era is our unambitious owners. It's not the manager. That's just
No,
the
we can
reality.
all agree on that.
Because
Like,
he showed a great taste for phenomenal players, but we just didn't go through with it, and we didn't have plan Bs. Now, I just went back to that Chelsea game, which was the start of last season. Endo was still not signed yet. Gravenberch was still not signed yet. The only other fit midfielder we had was Curtis Jones, and I think he was returning from injury, if I'm not mistaken. He played McAllister, Soboslai, and Gakpo in that midfield. That was the Klopp midfield against Chelsea, first game of last season, the 1-1 draw. So he played Gakpo, McAllister, Soboslai, and the only other fit midfielder on the bench was James McConnell, who none of us knew at the time. I'm saying now we know who he is because he put in a couple of good performances. Okay, Cal, we get it. You watched the academy. I'm saying most people didn't know it. Okay, so most people didn't know him. That's like if I tell you who's Rashid Wright, you wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But there's a City fan who would know because he watches City Youth. You get what I'm saying? So my point is, we have plenty of examples to give of managers always opting for experience in the positions where these things happen. I'm not just defending Klopp for the sake of it. I'm saying what I genuinely believe. I think had Jurgen Klopp been our manager this year, we would have also won the league. The reason why I say that is, if you look at the metrics from last season and this season, they're very similar. Like, we can't act like Klopp was tactically inept or he didn't do what it's required of him. They're very similar. We just conceded one less goal this year, like after 20 games, 21 games. And we're just, I think, 2 points ahead from where we were last season. Now, I hope that Arne Slot doesn't have to go through an injury crisis like Klopp done. And I hope that, you know, Gakpo, Diaz, Nunez, Jota, Chiesa, all these guys step up.
Hassan,
whichever one it is.
Can I say something quickly? You are right. One thing I will say though is this: under Klopp, remember, this ain't even a dig at Klopp. We played a lot more intense and we didn't control games as much as we do in the system we have now. So I would arguably say under Klopp, there was a little bit more of a basketball element to our games. We still get wrong. We still have possession. Like, let's keep it but I just think under Arne Slot, we do control games better. By controlling games better, really and truly, you can do less running. People remember when Slot even first took over and we saw the first game, everyone was like, why is Anfield not crazy? Why are the players just not like going gung-ho from the get-go? It's like, he doesn't want us doing that. Do you want to know why? Because he always knew in his mind we were going to get to this part of the season where you don't need to be going crazy at this point right now. It's just controlled aggression. We had elements under Klopp, definitely, because 1920 we played more like
1819 and 1920 was the best version of it.
That's what I was gonna say. But I would arguably say maybe towards the end of Klopp's tenure, it got a little bit out of hand. But not only that, Klopp leaving for me was the massive spanner in the works, because I think everyone's heads got fried, and there was a lot more to focus on just the title. It's now the manager's leaving. What's going on with my future? There was.
I hope the same don't happen with the contract situation, by the way.
Oh, bro. So, but what I'm saying is, to my point, players aren't getting injured as much because we're not doing the gung ho thing as much. That's one thing I would say that can differentiate.
No, I don't disagree with that. That's one of the faults that I will admit. Yes, this is something that I think.
And that's not even a dig. That's just they just.
Yeah, no. That's what you just said. I have no problem with. I have no problem with. But I still will stick by my opinion. 80% of the reason why we didn't win the league last season is forwards letting us down, and I'm not. I genuinely like. It's gonna be very difficult to convince me otherwise, because I know what I saw. I know what I saw at the end of last year. I know what I saw: total domination and players missing chances. And by the way, even the really bad games that we had, Everton away, literally when the scoreline was 0-0, Nunez missed a 1-on-1, Diaz missed a 1-on-1. Like, you guys, you have to have players that in these moments step up.
But they've both been missing chances this season as well.
Yeah, because they're both crap players, and I'd sell them both happily. But what? Nunez is good now? Oh wow, he scored against Brentford, the winner. No. Let's keep him.
Who
for
did
the
he say, Cal?
I don't care about him again.
Not Nunez. Yeah, no, who's the other one? Did you see two players?
Diaz, I said was the
Diaz is not shit. He's like above average this year.
Bro, you just got blessed by Colombia again. Remember, you quashed it.
No, I said above average.
Bro,
I don't know, bro. Like,
bro, the way you said that was I don't know, man.
I said above average. I did.
I'm not saying. Colombia, stand up. I'm just saying.
No.
You're gonna have to sing that national anthem again.
Pick up Colombia. Not go there. I made peace with the Colombian people. I don't want to go back there again. My point is, listen, that's honestly why I think we were let down last year. And by the way, that's why this year I'm not going to blame Slot either. Same energy. Callum wants the same energy.
Husam, just quickly, do you think Diaz has been good this year, though? Honestly, this season, shall we say?
He's been a lot better. He's been a lot better than last year.
But you wouldn't say he's been good. You wouldn't actually say he's been good this year.
No, I would say he's been good. I would say
okay.
that.
Fair play. Yeah.
And the reason why is I do unfortunately have to agree with Tom. Against Bournemouth, he had a very good game even without scoring. Like he really got involved. Because I hate agreeing with you because you have the shittest opinions on this platform. So when it comes to Diaz, he dropped deep. He was like the fourth midfielder. He helped create the press. He helped initiate attacks. So I think Diaz overall had a really good game against Bournemouth, even without getting a DA. So I have no problem. If Diaz performs like at that level, by the way, Diaz was a lot better than Gakpo against Bournemouth. Like, the thing that irritates me about Gakpo is like one game he'll play like he's Ronaldinho, and the game after he'll play like he's Stuart Downing. I just don't get it. Like, Like there's an in the middle, brother. Like where's the in the middle, Gakpo? You know, be a presence, do something. I'm disappointed in him. I like when Gakpo.
Gakpo's another one. I think Gakpo. I know what you're saying. Here's the thing: all of our forwards can have moments where they just look off it. Because prior to that, Diaz last couple of games wasn't even looking that great. But Diaz put in one of his best performances in a while, and like Tom said, didn't score. It's just that he played so well. He just didn't score. He didn't really get like no very good open opportunities or anything like that. Cody Gakpo, I'd arguably say, has definitely stood up this year, in my opinion. I think that's what I was going to say. I think he has been. I think Gakpo has really taken on that burden at times. And I say at times, if Salah's not doing... No, Salah's not doing that, because when I think about it, even when Gakpo scores, it's probably a Salah assist anyway.
Yeah.
But what it is let's just say Salah ain't scoring and Salah decides to assist. Cody Gakpo's there. Am I lying though?
Yeah, Gakpo's the one on
No,
the end.
this is true. This is true.
This is crazy. Like that's how mad Salah is. Like when Salah's like, oh, God, you know, I ain't gonna score today. It might not work.
But Matt, here's the question. I'm gonna ask you a question, Matt. So now let's say the game against Everton. Salah has a bad game. He's allowed to have a bad game because it's been unbelievable. Salah has a bad game. I'm not going to say he stinks it up, but he's not as effective in the final third. Do you have genuine belief in any of the others, any of the five, no agendas, to just step up and win us the game?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
All right. I do. I have a different route how it could work in a sense of say like last 10 minutes of the game is very like Everton are doing a low block or whatever they're hanging on. I can genuinely see someone like a McAllister playing a splitting ball to Gakpo or Diaz and they finish it. Now, whether that happens, that exact scenario happens, I don't know. Am I very, very confident about it?
I disagree with, and they finish it at the end. You see that last statement?
No.
That's
do you know what?
Statement that worries me. Like I'm just anti-finish it part. No, I'm like,
right. I trust Gakpo. I trust Gakpo more than I trust Diaz in front of goal.
You know what? I'm gonna sound crazy here. Last 10 minutes of the game, and the game's like chaos.
Here we go. Nunes. Yeah. Go on. Say it.
He might be a guy who can do something.
Yeah,
Jota as well.
No, now. Bro, sometimes you just need a moment. You just need a moment.
The guy who normally does all right.
Yeah, Sam gone out. Bro.
The guy who normally does all right against Everton's Diaz. He's at the post each of the last two times he's played at Goodison.
Yeah.
And
but who do you trust more, Tom? Do you trust, like, say it's last 5 minutes and someone has a one-on-one? No. All right, that's cheating because we know Jota's. I'm not putting Jota in this conversation. I'm just saying Diaz and Gakpo. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. I'm trusting Gakpo.
Gakpo.
Yeah.
It's like for me, one-on-one with the keeper to win the game. It's Jota number 1, Salah number 2, Gakpo number 3, Diaz number 4, Nunes number 5. In fact, I could put Chiesa in that list.
I'd actually swap Diaz and Nunes.
I can't. I've seen Diaz score on one-on-one. I can't remember the last time I watched Nunes score.
He has, but sometimes Diaz finishing can be a bit funky. You know?
It's trash versus garbage. I don't want either of them to be in the situation. I'd rather McAllister made the run. I'd rather instead of playing the inside through ball, he just ran.
No, I hear you.
McAllister's a good finisher. Do you know what it says to me though? It says to me that Salah. I know you said Jota is number 1 for you, Tom, and I understand that, but I just think Salah. I still. In fact, you know, I say Jota and Salah are kind of level because I've seen Jota miss some clangers, you know. Like absolute clangers.
Jota for me is still number 1, though. That Fulham game, for example, I don't think anyone else in the team scores that goal against
I
Fulham.
agree. No, I agree.
Diogo Jota's just the best finisher ever at the football club. Like, that's what you can't argue.
He's the best natural finisher. Agreed. If there's one-on-one, Jota's the one that you think is always going to score. If he's one-on-one.
Salah's our best goal getter.
Yes. No, agreed. Bro, I'm going to be real. I really hope this doesn't come true, what we're talking about in terms of Salah has a bad game and we are relying on the other players, because even though we're talking about it now and we're trying to make sense of it all, it's still a gamble. I don't even know who that is or whether that's
Nunes.
That's Darwin.
That's Nunes.
Why do you stop talking, Callum? Talk.
No, but the thing is,
wait a minute. He's missed 50 big chances in. Hold on. So he's had 217 shots, and there's 50 big. Raw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just shy of a 40. Yeah, I think it's like a 47 or 46% big chance missed to shot rate.
Goodness. But we need to add context, though. I need someone to show me, like, Jota's one. just to see how bad
Diaz,
or
it's a like Salah's one is not as bad, but still quite high big chances missed. Like thing, I think Diaz is also the same.
Yeah, because you can miss big chances, but it's about your
Callum. Guys, trust this guy to win us a game.
It's more about your conversion rate.
He trusts him, guys. He trusts him to win us a game when we need it.
This is horrible. I know.
I mean, he has done this season.
I said he.
Yeah, he did last year as well.
I trust him more than Diaz. I trust him more than Diaz.
Well, in a one-on-one situation.
God,
if we have to win the game, and
I know what you kind of mean.
If you give me a choice and say, look, you got one sub to make. We're trying to win the game, and you got 5 minutes left, and you can either bring on Diaz or you can bring on Nunes. I'm bringing on Nunes. Diaz is a far better footballer, far better player. I'm bringing on Nunes. In the same way, if you said to me, you could bring on Firmino or Origi, you got 5 minutes left to go, and we need a goal, I'm bringing on Origi ahead of Firmino.
How dare you compare Darren Nunes to Origi? Take that back right now. Take that back right now. Stop it. Stop. Don't ever disrespect Divock Origi like that. If Darwin Nunes was on the end of corner taken quickly, we would have not won a Champions League. Stop it.
No, I'm not saying we would have.
Don't compare. Make that.
All right, if Firmino was at the end of corner taken quickly. By the way, before anyone comes at me, Firmino is my favorite player to play for Liverpool in that era. By the way.
Oh wow, you have a picture of someone.
Hold on. Did you just say you're unsure whether Firmino could finish the Trent cross?
I don't think he would do. I don't think many players would do. I think that's a ridiculous.
What I'm trying to say.
Finish. You talk about Firmino, he's shot difficulty. That's his thing. What are we doing here? Of course, Firmino buries that.
I don't think he does.
No, he actually does. One thing about
apologize to the audience. I'd like to apologize.
Yeah, Husam, we're back. We're back. I'm sorry I doubted you, bro. We're back.
I'm sorry, guys.
These guys think Firmino would have scored that.
Nunes and Origi in the same sentence. I'm so sorry.
I don't think we understand the difficulty of the shot that Origi took.
Can you imagine Nunes attempting the Origi goal against Everton?
You
know how he chipped him, like half volley chipped him that? Damn.
No, Firmino could score
There'd be some poor kid in the stand with his head falling off. It's crazy.
Firmino could score that one. But I'm not about the difficulty of that Barca one.
I understand it.
He turns around. He's got to take it on the volley, on a weird bounce with the instep of his foot.
Come on, my bro.
And he's got the only place he can put that to put it in the back of the net, the top left corner.
The people have turned in the chat completely. They heard Origi, they just turned directly.
Bro, no, Tom, what you're saying, I understand how difficult it is, but you're asking one of the most technically gifted players we've seen, like in the whole Klopp era. I don't think
Firmino takes the shot though.
No, he does. I think he actually does. Bro, he takes a
shot, he doesn't score it, but I don't think
he's the most calm and measured player. Do you know how calm and measured Firmino is? All right, do you remember the goal against Spurs? Where, like, in the dying moments, I think it was where he chests it, brings it down to his left, and then packs it in the bottom corner. Firmino is very, very calculated. He knows what he's doing, you know.
Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs, bro.
Firmino not clinical, but I would rather Firmino with his left foot than Nunes with a strong one.
No, it was a winning.
He didn't take.
What's the one where he chests it, brings it down on his left, and packs it in?
That was away from home.
That was Swansea.
No, it was Spurs. I swear it was Spurs, bro.
No,
if it was Swansea, we lost that game anyway.
No, it wasn't Swansea, bro. I'm telling you, all right, this would have been.
He didn't take it on his chest, Matt. The one you're talking about against Spurs, the ball came to. I think Salah passed the ball to him. He's faked it. Taking the ball into his path from Tanganga, who tried to get the ball, and his left foot hit across the.
That's what I mean. He didn't chest it. Sorry, my bad. But was that against Spurs or my guy mad?
Yeah, it was the first half.
That was Spurs, yeah.
Yeah, first half of the game.
Did we win that game?
1-0, yeah.
Who scored the goal?
Firmino.
All right, then. That's my point, bro.
I'm not saying Firmino.
We got there. Yeah, the plane was a bit, but we got there. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, but I'm saying that particular chance, I don't think is a guarantee Bobby scores that.
No, bro.
Because he wasn't predatory. Bobby was
It's not a guarantee.
Bro, you don't necessarily have to be predatory. It's just about you understanding how much time you have to score. Firmino is very. No, but Firmino is one of the smartest IQ players we've had. Why would he not? Why? I think he scores
how difficult that Origi chance is.
Yeah,
as much as me and Tom disagree, Tom can't be removed for money. Like Tom is worthless to me. I can't just change him for nothing. He's my guy. You can't buy Tom.
But this is not an attempt to downplay
No, I know.
They find it weird whenever I back Tom. Man.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my head around it. Like, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Is this the multiverse?
I'm simply looking at that chance, the corner taken quickly chance.
Yeah, you said
the only guy I think in that squad. The only guy I think in that squad.
You did.
Was
worthless.
You did. You said not right.
You said worthless. Even you find it weird backing Tom.
Wow.
That is actually crazy. Lock the stream.
Put
the fries in the bag. Let's go.
Sorry, I meant priceless. Tom,
Man,
English is my second language. English is my second language. Priceless, worthless. I thought it's the same thing.
Even Nunes has a word to him.
My bad, guys. My bad. I meant priceless, innit?
But it's just that Origi chance off the
I said worthless. That's crazy.
I genuinely think the only player in that squad who would have scored that chance was Origi.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Origi was the best finisher in that squad.
Mane can. Mane can. Yes. Salah, no. Mane, yes.
I don't think either of them scored that.
I see Husam's woken up now. No, but it's not about Salah not being able to score difficult goals. It's the type of, you see, what Tom's saying is so true. It's the type of pass that you'll get, like the way you'd have to like contort your body to even score, the way how Origi done it, yeah? It looks easier than actually what it is. But Mane, there's not many people that can score that goal in the Liverpool, in the whole Liverpool, like, front line that we've had over the last how many years. I'll give you the names, just in my opinion. Origi, Mane, Firmino, and probably Jota. Those are the only ones that I can see burying that chance. Really?
Can I disagree with you completely? I think all our forwards score that except Nunez. I'm not even piling on the guy. I genuinely think he's the only one who would miss it. I think Diaz would score that as well.
No way.
Oh, I'm not sure about Diaz.
I think Diaz and Gakpo would score.
To go back to my original point, guys, it's the 85th minute. We're desperate for a goal. We need the goal to win the league. Sam, you've got Origi or you've got Firmino. Who are you bringing off the bench?
Origi.
Why?
Because he's clutch.
And also, you think, what else? There must be more because Firmino's clutch.
No, I think Origi is just a clutch player. Like, he's a player, like, he's 80th minute onwards, Origi becomes a different player. Impact sub, he's better than Firmino.
No, but Firmino was clutch as well.
Yeah, but impact sub, like, he's better.
Impact sub, Nunez is better than Diaz.
What you'd bring the
no, he's not. If it's 0-0 against Everton in the 80th minute, I'm bringing on Diaz. I'm not bringing on Nunez.
No,
you're not gonna get a goal.
Right,
I'm bringing on Chiesa before I bring on Nunez.
No. So I get Cal's point here. If you're up against Everton with 10 minutes to go and you need a goal, you're not bringing on your little diminutive 5'7" winger who's not going to be a box presence, who's not going to be in the right position if the ball.
Oh yeah, because box presence is what's going to beat Everton. Yeah.
Yes, because you're
like the Everton centre backs. The headers is not food and drink for them.
Right, Husam. If you're up against Everton with 10 minutes to go, the only way you're getting in the box is by crossing the ball. You're
if
not
we're up against them?
Through them. No, if you're chasing a goal against them, if they've got something to hold on to with 10 minutes to go, they are camping their box. The only way you're getting into the box is through a cross.
Italia se desta di Elmo DCPO. Easy solution. Hell will freeze. Hell will have snow in it before I give Darwin Nunez praise.
Imagine us bringing on Federico Chiesa to deal with James Tarkowski and Jared Branthwaite and James.
By the way, Federico Chiesa changed the game against Brentford, whether you like it or not.
What? And Darwin didn't.
What?
He scored?
He scored 2 tap-ins. The 2 players that changed the game against Brentford.
Stop.
The 2 players that changed the game against Brentford was Elliot.
Trent, you're not this shameless. You're not this shameless. You're not.
Elliot, Trent, and Chiesa is the reason why we beat Brentford. I promise.
No. You cannot be serious, Sam. You can't.
I am serious. 100% serious.
Even Matt's struggling.
I don't know what to. That's to do with me, innit? That's not.
Let me ask a question. You see the Nottingham Forest game where we drew 1-1, yeah?
Yeah.
If Nunez was available for that game, would he have come off the bench? And do you think it would have given us a better chance of winning that game?
No.
I think he would have come off the bench.
Say again?
I think he would.
I think he would have come off the bench, yeah.
Of course he would have come off the bench.
He would have come off the bench. He would have, yeah.
Jota's better off the bench than Nunez for me.
No, I agree with that. But
Jota's better anyway, though, isn't it? Regardless. Yeah, Jota's better. Yeah.
But the debate isn't Jota, though, because I'd assume Jota would be starting the game if everyone's fit and available. But if Nunez is on the bench, and it's Nunez on the bench, Chiesa on the bench, Diaz on the bench, best believe Nunez is the first name I'm going for out of those three. 100%.
Yeah, that's fine. That's you. But it's okay. We can disagree. I would rather bring on Callum Sanderson than bring on Darwin Nunez.
You wouldn't. You see how you crashed out, Husam? You see how you crashed out on streams about Nunez? I shudder to think what you'd say about me, bro.
5 minutes. I give you 5 minutes.
Turn it off. He didn't watch you.
Listen, with you, it's unknown. You might be shit. You might be good.
Playing over Anfield, saying don't play Callum again if you saw me play as a striker, bro.
Wow.
I am not a striker.
Yeah, as a striker, that's crazy. Yeah, Kyle's a striker. Yeah, he's a midfielder as well. So I don't know.
The thing is, I know we kind of moved off topic, but if you're comparing last season to this season, and the whole point of the main reason we didn't win the league last year was because our forwards kept missing opportunities. That is a big part of it. But I have the blame about 50-50 because Arne Slot has the exact same forwards this season. And yet we're getting a better conversion rate out of them. We're getting more goals out of them. I've grabbed the stats here, or the 5 most important stats. Bear in mind, we've only played 23 league games this season. Last year, we had 79 big chances missed in the league after 38 games. This year, we're on 58. So we only need 21 big chances missed in 15 games to match the poor level of finishing last season. Last year, we got 10 clean sheets as a whole. This season, after 23 games, we're on 10 clean sheets. Last year, we conceded 46.2 XG. This year, after 23 games, we've conceded 21. Last year, we had 89 XG. This year, we've got 55 XG. And last year, we scored 86 goals. This year, we got 56 goals.
Sorry, Tom, I'm
15 more games.
I'm a bit dumb. What was that 56 one? And what was that XG one?
Last year, we had 89 XG4 and scored 86 goals. This year, we've got 55 XG4 and scored 56 goals.
Are you talking about the whole year?
Well, we've only played 23 games this season, so that's all I can go off.
Oh, no, we've only played 20, and we've got 56 XG.
Yeah.
And we scored how many goals?
Yeah, but how are you comparing 23 games to 38 games? That doesn't make sense.
No, so we are more clinical. We're just more clinical then. Yeah.
But the point of more clinical is last year we missed 79 big chances in the league in 38 games. This year we've only played 23. We've missed 58. So if you
that's kind of mad then.
Like we're on course to miss 85 big chances this
what
season.
Does that prove? Like, what did you just
controlling games better?
Because the forwards haven't improved, but we are better as a team.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's kind of what it shows. Because if we end up with the same
I said
chances,
first 20 versus first 20. I kept the same.
I can't go back. I can't go back.
Bring it in, bro. Bring it in, bro. Tom, bring it in, bro. Bring it in, bro. Come on.
That doesn't. You guys realize you're comparing 20 games to 38. I'm comparing 20 to 20. 20 to 20. That's what I'm comparing. Like I've made that comparison. The thing is, I can't find the stat. I wish I can find it. But
so if I go back, but then Husam, but if I'm going by what I remember from last year, all that would change in this is at this point we'd have, I think, more goals, more XG4, less XG against, more clean sheets, and more big chances missed.
Oof.
So the only thing that would be worse this year is we'd have more big chances missed at the same point. Because the majority of the poor finishing came in the second half of the season.
But we've created so many. If our XG, what you said is like 56 and we scored 55, that's mad, you know. Because normally.
And that's got 58 big chances missed in there as well.
Yeah, because normally you perform way below your. Not way below, but like I was actually expecting when you said 56, I was expecting you to say something like.
Sorry, this was the stat I'm looking
lower,
for.
Like 40 something.
Yeah, so now I want Callum to spud as well. Liverpool after 22 Premier League games last season versus this season. Under Slot, 54 goals. Under Klopp, 51 goals. We conceded 21 goals under Arne Slot, 19 under Jurgen Klopp. Our goal difference was plus 33 with Slot, plus 32 with Klopp. We had 51 points with Klopp, 53 points with Slot. Spud me.
No,
Spud
shall I tell you why I'm not going to spud?
Spud me.
And
Spud me.
you're not
Why
gonna
didn't you spud me?
No, shall I tell you why you're not going to like this?
This is crazy.
See,
How many
instead of
big- how many
comparing
big-
22
how many big
games
chances-
to 38,
how
I
many
compared
big chances-
22 to 22.
How many big chances did we concede at this time last season in comparison to this season?
We conceded less goals with Klopp than we did with
No,
Slot.
that wasn't the question.
in
How many big
22
chances
games.
did we concede?
I
last
get to
season?
choose the stat that I want. Why does he get to choose the stat that he wants and you spotted him? I
Because
got to
Tom
choose
reeled
the
off
stat
about
that I
20
want.
stats.
We conceded 2 less goals under Jurgen Klopp after 22 Premier League games than we did with Slot.
You're my brother and you're my partner.
I'll
I'll spud you. I'll spud you.
But
You
Hassam,
was
you're missing
very
context.
slick. You was
Hassam's
slick. You
missing
was slick.
context. Hassam's missing
You're slick.
context. Last year, Alisson Becker started pretty much every game.
Oh,
Maybe
here we
because-
go.
And
We've been
was
Callum
our
played more
best
games.
player. Was our
BB
best
Callum has
player.
played more games this season than Alisson, or had played more games this season than Alisson to this point. So
Also,
that's-
last year, once I wasn't texting Astrid Wet.
yeah, so you could argue that centre back wise, it was a little bit it was a little bit worse off last year, but goalkeeper wise, it was a lot better off last year.
The truth almost came out. He said a little bit better because you see Kwanzaa Konate thing. It's
No,
in
because
the
we had
back of
Matip
your
last
head.
year. No, because we had
You are
Matip last year.
such a fraud. You're by far the
No,
biggest fraud
we
on
had
the platform.
Matip last year.
Matip got injured quite early in the season.
No,
though.
Matip got injured like 7 games into the year. What's wrong with you,
Yeah.
bro?
Matip got injured in December.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He got injured on the 4th of December against Fulham.
Yeah, he did. It was against
On the
Fulham.
4th of December.
Yeah.
Yes, that game. Was
What,
on the
when he
4th
had
of
the big
December.
injury? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
bruv, Matip was
It
cooking.
felt
last
like he
season
played
as well.
3 games last year.
I feel like I didn't see Matip last year, bro. I saw him for like 5 games, bro.
real-
No,
robbed
because
of
we had
Matip.
so many games in the second half of the season. That's what it was.
Bro.
He was the starting centre back in the league for the first
Tom's
half
trying
of
to
the
make
season.
sure he's not trying to add no more crimes to that list. I know Tom's got the prompter right there. Tom
Matip
reeled off
played-
that stat too quick for my liking.
Joe Matip played 10 games in the Premier League last season.
Whew.
He actually played 10.
Yeah. He
Brother,
played
this was a
14
quiz.
games
I'll be
overall
finished.
last
I would have
season.
said he played like 4.
He played
I remember
14
him
games
playing 10
overall.
games.
Yeah, I
He
thought
played
he played
10
like
and he
6
started
games.
9.
Like 5-6 games max, but 10 games.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
played
saying.
10, he started 9. And if I go back and find out what match week that Fulham game was, I'll tell you.
missed
Thing is
Nah,
with
man.
Tomlinson stats, they have a bit of K-Mac to it, so you have to double check after he says.
Wow.
raw.
It's crazy. See how I just mentioned 4 stats that shows Klopp and Slot are very similar, but hey, no one spotted me except Matt. Big up because he's actually intellectually honest,
Sorry, guys, I was
not
wrong.
intellectually
It wasn't
disingenuous,
the
like
4th of
someone.
December, it was the 3rd of December. He got injured on the 3rd of December. My bad. But that was match
Who
week.
compared 20 games to 38 and then spuds like you guys spotted that? Like, obviously, we're gonna have a lot more XG against us after 15 games from now than we're gonna have now, bro. Like
but I
that's
think
so out of context.
I'll put it this way. Right, so Joe Matip last year, you ready for this? Joe Matip got injured on game week 11. Joe Matip had played 10 Premier League games at that point and started 9.
Woo!
He was the starting centre back. Albeit Van Dijk missed 2
How
games.
the hell are we
So
talking about Joel Matip, bro?
because I'm giving you all the arguments that you want. Last year,
But your arguments
the
are all
goalkeeper-
false. Nothing will make
They're
me
not.
say that
Right,
Slot is better.
I'm here for all
Sam,
the smoke, bro.
no, but the reason I've done
Yeah, but
23
Tom is
games,
smoke
if
without
you want,
fire.
right,
It's just
Sam, if
smoke.
you want me to, I will extrapolate these stats across 38 games. I will get all these stats that I've got for this season so far.
So you think I trust you to extrapolate?
Tom's trying to use his villain
I
arm.
will do.
You think I
Tom is
trust you to extrapolate? Do you even know
Yes,
what to multiply it
extrapolate,
by? Well, what are you going to multiply it by?
I'm gonna Google it, mate.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm supposed, this is the stat man I'm supposed to trust.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what extrapolate is. I already know what you have to
Nah,
multiply
Tom's
it
a
by.
legend.
Mm.
Man's
It worked, though,
extrapolate.
Tommy. Worked, bro.
Alright, go on then. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it right.
You're gonna have to multiply
Say
by
so.
38 and divide by 22. Very easy. You don't need to Google it.
23.
Fraud.
Well, so you
Extrapolate my ass. He doesn't even know how to scale up properly.
I don't
Doesn't even
know.
know. The British
I
education
don't.
system has failed you in the chat. If you're listening to this, fraud,
I dropped maths as soon as I could. I got my B in maths and left.
Oh, don't worry. So the guy that dropped math is the guy that's sharing stats. Okay, set this one out, mate.
I can read numbers. I don't
Spud
need
him,
I don't
Callum,
need a degree
spud
to
him.
read numbers.
Spud him, Callum. He doesn't know what extrapolate is. Spud him. Go ahead, spud him. Why didn't you spud him this time?
Technically
Huh?
used it in the right context, though, so we let him off.
Stop it. Stop it.
No,
Context, my ass.
Tom, listen, Tom, I think is trying to go to his villain arc
Cook
right now.
today, man. Tom Cook.
Okay, let me just do these super chats before we carry on with the stream. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Guys, are you not entertained? Almost 800 people in here. We're not even at 300 likes yet. You guys are a bunch of Darwin Nunes in the chat, and I wouldn't have it. Man. If I were you, I wouldn't have it. So let's get the likes up and subscribe to the channel. Big up to Calamantas, my brother, who just sends in a super chat. Big up to you, Habibi. Big up to the Egyptian massive who watch us. Big up to you. Big up to Muhammad, who says, if Selection and Drifty got what they wanted, we would have been in Conference League. The Salah haters are quiet now, but as soon as he has a one-off game, they pipe 100%. There's a guy that's called Lit Vibes. He's also in the Coppish chat. But he only
I think what you're talking about. Yeah. I remember the name.
He disappeared from my chat for 3 months. And then Salah had a bad game against Brentford, and he appeared in my chat again. Imagine not showing your face for 4 months straight, and then as soon as the guy has one bad game,
crazy.
You know.
To be fair,
that's my problem.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say to back drift though. I don't know where this narrative is that he doesn't hate Salah, bro. That is a narrative. That's bad. Like, I'm not gonna let people say that. He doesn't, bro. He rates Salah highly. Unlike Selection, if I'm not mistaken, Selection wanted Salah gone last summer. Drift wanted him to stay, and still wants him to stay. So let me at least back Drift on that one. Come on.
Can you make sure that Drift is there on the Thursday show? I want to ask him if Mane is better than Salah still. I want to ask him.
See, that's
what I want to ask him that the guy that failed at Bayern and failed in the Saudi league is better than the best player in the world right now. I'd like to ask him a question, so that's it. And ask him a couple of questions. I also want to ask him what his player rating for Salah is against Bournemouth. XGA was probably worse this time last year. XGA.
Expected goals against, yes.
X goals against. You are a fraud, Selection. Honestly, you're genuinely the biggest fraud. You're a bigger fraud than Tom. That's saying a lot coming from me. The only reason Pep won 6 out of 7 titles against Klopp was favorable fixture scheduling and help from PGMOL. Klopp did enough to win 3-4 titles. Yeah, let's not forget the hand of fraud. Let's not forget the well done lads, good process. Doku switching music. You think I'm cute? You get me? I know I'm sexy. And its face. You get me? You want to go there? You want to go with the Odegaard playing, slam dunk in the penalty box? You want to go with the McAllister red card against Brighton that got rescinded?
Crazy.
Yeah, we could keep going because VAR would have had us 9 points better off last year, And then people talk about, Jurgen Klopp was tactically inept. Big up to Nafisa, who's an Arsenal fan. See, when you have a rival defending your former manager, imagine talking and thinking about a manager that took you to 92 points, 97 points, 99 points, almost won the league invincible. It's crazy, wallahi. Nafisa.
All right, cool. No. If that's the case, then we shouldn't speak about the players then, because the players were involved in getting us those points tally as well, then, yeah? Or were they not?
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, come on, man.
It's the other way around. I know that the manager that delivered me a league title for the first time in 30 years is not
I don't want to hear any slander about Robertson, because Robertson was part of every single one of them points totals.
Integral to those seasons.
Yeah, but players decline.
And managers don't.
And managers can as well.
I don't think managers decline, to be honest.
You don't think Mourinho's declined, no?
Nah, Husam, managers can decline. They can.
Yeah, but when you speak about Mourinho, I mean, Mourinho's been managing.
To be fair, you wanted Mourinho ahead of Slot, though, right? So
yeah, Mourinho managed Ronaldo Nazario. How long ago?
Hold on, what?
Out of context, okay?
No.
I said,
we're cooking today, baby. I can't bring it in again. We're cooking today, Joe.
Yeah, let me say what I said. I'm gonna say it.
No, because you don't let me say my Quanta Canati stuff. What Husam said was, when we can't get Xabi Alonso this season, so I want us to get Jose Mourinho for a year and then go get Xabi Alonso after that.
Yeah. I said if we can't get Xabi Alonso, just get Mourinho for a year and then bring Xabi Alonso.
Matt, fight back.
Not only that, Matt.
That's not even mad.
So he said that in the February. He said that in the February. Matt, do you want to know what he was saying in the August? Do you want to know what he's saying in the August? Go sign Sergio Ramos for 12 months.
That was the year before, don't lie.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Not this summer, the summer before.
Yeah. Because that what you said about Jose Mourinho was in last January, not this January.
No. You're talking about 2 different summers. Ramos was the summer before. Mourinho was this summer. Okay, this is what I said. This is what I said. When Xabi Alonso rejected us,
Sergio Ramos.
When Xabi Alonso rejected us, this was pre-slot, by the way. When Xabi Alonso rejected us, I said, go get Mourinho for a year and then bring Xabi Alonso the year after. That's it. So everyone's going to act like that's a crazy opinion. And also, second of all, I would like to say, Nafisa, the opinions of Callum Sanderson and Tom Little do not represent the opinions of Don Husam channel. You get me? So we don't cook Jurgen Klopp over here, who's pound for pound the greatest manager. Big up to Jurgen Norbert Klopp, who had to turn normal players into elite level talents because of his unbelievable ability.
Yeah, absolutely did.
Don't try come back now. You're doing the Curtis Jones. You're doing the Curtis Jones now. You're trying to hug Salah.
Even though I don't agree with the Mourinho thing, Tom.
Why don't you agree with it, Matt? Why
No, wait. Let me can't take it. Let me land. I was about to say something. The chat is saying Tom really badly wanted Amorim.
Oh, did you?
Yes, he
and
did.
Apparently, you done a dossier on him as well and that stuff like that. Do you think that would have worked?
I'm going to back my tag team partner here.
No, do you think it would have worked? No, it's not even like because you can do. Obviously, we can do like the whole.
I don't think it would have worked out as well as Arne Slot has. I think.
So you were wrong as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I would say Amorim.
I thought all your opinions are correct.
Because here's the thing: we can do the whole. Because we can do the whole. Oh, who's closer to right? But wrong is still wrong, innit? Like,
Ruben Amorim is not a better manager than Arne Slot, but I
would like to share screen quickly.
All jokes aside, is Amorim a better manager than Mourinho?
Probably, yeah.
What's the most viewed video with 52k views?
Yeah. No, genuinely. All I've seen is Amorim. It's not as crazy as you would expect, though, innit? Like,
in 2025, he absolutely.
Yeah, what's that video? I'm getting ad revenue as well. Get it, Husam. Getting ad revenue as well. Come on.
Ruben Amorim would set up Liverpool should he become the manager. The 39-year-old has used a 3-4-3 formation throughout his entire tenure at Sporting Lisbon, and I don't see that changing.
Big up to football knowledge, by the way, who says without Klopp,
in goal, one of the most simple selections today, the best goalkeeper in the world, Alisson Becker. He will remain in between the sticks. Right back. Now, this is an interesting one. Obviously, most people will say Trent will go there. However, there's the potential that Amorim might want to move Trent into the middle. So for now, we'll put Trent there. But Conor Bradley, or maybe even the club delve into the market for another option there, should Amorim
I could copy that straight you.
Now, right centre-back, it'll
you.
probably be Ibrahim Konate. The Frenchman can probably work in that spot in a back three. He's played on the right side of the two.
Probably
the first of the two in the pivot, the more defensive-minded one.
Oh, he puts Inacio and
Bournemouth to bring in the left-back he just signed last summer, Milos Kerkez. The first
Inacio Aitnouri.
So
the two in the pivot.
I respect the Kerkez.
You're the same guy. You're the same guy that tells me we don't want Aitnouri. You're such a loser.
Husam, look at the difference.
You're such a loser. When I say I want Aitnouri, you book me.
It's a 3-4-3 formation.
Defensive-minded one. I've got two real options here.
I respect Kerkez.
If you've seen the pictures recently, he looked at him for the start, the heart of his midfield spot.
Why do I see Bacetic? 1 second. He puts Bacetic in the starting fucking 11. Oh my God. He puts fucking Bacetic in the starting 11.
That's a highlight. Think of the midfielders that we had, though. That's a highlight. Did you make this before? We signed Gravenberch and Endo and
no, this is this summer, 10 months ago.
And you're still putting Bacetic there.
No. This is what I mean about the revision of
now right wing. There's only one man.
You overrate Bacetic, though, bro.
No, I'm saying people weren't on the Gravenberch boat line because we hadn't seen it from him.
Broski, no. Wait there.
Energy box.
All right, let me let Tom's video finish. I don't want to.
The man.
I just want to see the starting 11.
Strikers like Vidiaka, tall strikers.
You're disgusting, Tom.
Darwin Núñez.
It was obviously he was going to play Núñez.
He could really.
I don't know if I put it up at the end. The start 11. I didn't do it. No. You'll have to go back to another one.
Wow, Mr.
Yeah, I literally just grabbed this off TikTok.
No, big up Tom. No,
go back to the other one. There. No, a little bit further back.
Wait, you put Soboslai left wing?
Yeah, I had because he plays 2 10s, doesn't he? So Soboslai was his left 10 and Salah will be his right 10.
Oh my God, we would have been fighting top 4 with this team, you fucking loser. Oh my days. You can't ever
Bacetic next to McAllister is horrible.
Bacetic isn't a great one.
That has no pace, no power, no nothing. No nothing.
Exposed.
Soboslai left wing and Nunes up top.
Let me ask you a question then. If Klopp was here at the beginning of the season, who do you think our starting 11 would be? What do you think our starting 11 would be around game week 10 or game week 11 if Klopp was here?
4-3-3? You probably would have went Alisson, Trent, Ibu.
Whoa, stop there. You sure Ibu would have been definitely a star?
You sure Quanta wouldn't have been getting this spot?
Are you sure?
Yes. Bro, just because.
By the way, Quanta was supposed to start this year as well.
No, Matt. But before you start, Matt, I'm not saying I wouldn't start Konate. I'm not saying Konate.
No, but bro, I'm only going on.
Klopp have started,
bro. There would have come a point in the season when Klopp, even if he started like Kwanzaa, he definitely would have seen in how many games that we would have to play. He would be forced to play Ibu, bro. He would have been forced to. It's just that Kwanzaa was in good form. Hear me out. He probably would have played Robbo to the Wolves fell off. So that's why I would have got annoyed at him.
Probably
the Robbo. Yeah. So I would have got annoyed.
Yeah, guess who also plays Robbo?
He rotates him with Tsimikas.
He does give Tsimikas a little bit more game time, but the midfield three would have been Endo, McAllister, and Soboslai, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Or would have
guys, Tom's midfield 2 is Bacetich and McAllister. I can't get over this. I'm sorry. Bacetich and McAllister.
It'd have been your midfield, Matt, that you just said, or it'd have been McAllister in 6, Soboslai, and Curtis Jones.
But he ain't playing by Bacetich.
And he wouldn't have played Gravenberch as much either.
He probably wouldn't have, to be fair, because I kept on saying
he'd have played Gravenberch where?
He kind of not misprofiled Gravenberch, but he didn't. He just treated him as a left-sided 8, the same as Curtis Jones. He just treated them as the same player. I remember I kept saying that, innit? However, McAllister definitely would have played.
And we know what his front line would have been. Diaz off the left, Salah off the right, Nunes up front.
Yeah, or maybe it depends on Jota's fitness. I know, but we have to go off Jota's fitness. So yeah, probably
he would have rolled out for his boy Nunes.
Probably.
People are saying read the comments under that video. There's no way he'll be dumb enough to employ 5 at the back. You ain't at Sporting. Adapt to your team. What made Klopp so good? Forget Amarim. Tom had a haircut. Great video.
Good video. Oh no, you've missed a good video. Good video. Thank you, Savlag.
Yeah, look at Sam scrolling past quickly. Good breakdown. Keep it up. Look at Sam.
No place for Gravenberch with this formation.
No place for Gravenberch. Yeah, that was.
And you know what's so crazy with the Gravenberch thing, Carl? I know, Carl. The reason why.
Look, hold on, wait. Look what people are saying underneath that, though.
What?
Oh, he's not even first choice now. That's what it was.
Yeah, but we've given Slot credit for playing Gravenberch DM, Callum. That doesn't mean that Klopp was tactically inept.
That's my point, though, Husam. If we continued playing Endo McAllister in the 6, we'd have been ripped to shreds this season.
I understand that, but you're acting. Yeah, but you're acting like Klopp couldn't have changed something. No, but let's keep it a buck, because I think people have this notion that yes, Klopp was stuck in his ways at certain times with certain players, but let's not act like he's still not afraid to change. For example, when Ibu was balling out and had a little bit of a dip in form, he said, "You know what, Kwanzaa, I'm gonna start you." So there's no saying that at some point he might have tried Gravenberch in there. What's so crazy is that he brought in Gravenberch. Let me. He brought in Gravenberch, bro. He signed Gravenberch. He told his brethren, "Go get me Ryan Gravenberch. He's a baller. X, Y, and Z. We'll figure out the rest later." Whether it's by design or not, I reckon they would have stumbled across Gravenberch. He might not have been in the 6, Cal. Whether he even
but he would have played him in the 8.
He would have started in that midfield 3, and he had to adapt to English football as well.
Do you think so, Matt? I don't think he would have, because I think Elliot would have played a lot more. I think he would have had Elliot as his right 8.
No, see, here's the thing. He probably would have went Endo, McAllister, and potentially Gravenberch. Because even though Soboslai was doing all the hard running and whatever, or he would have done McAllister, Soboslai, and Gravenberch. Endo might not have even started, if I'm being honest. It's hard to say.
Endo would have started because he was his boy.
I lost track of
the back end of at the back.
I know, same.
Year.
I've literally got
I've lost track of time.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You guys ain't got 5 minutes to get through the thingies.
I've got to be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Alice, me and Tom will do the rest of them. It's okay. Big up to you. That one show, Sanderson show, both in the description. We're on Coppish this week,
baby. Thursday, baby.
Thursday, we're there.
Let's go.
5:30, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Bring Drifty, please.
Bless up, guys.
Big ups.
And now it's the OGs, Tom. Now it's just me and you, eh? Like the good old days.
You got
Like
another
the
hour?
good old-
Just say it's
Big
a
up to
good hour,
Nafisa who
dude.
says, anyway, everyone hit the likes. Yes, make sure you guys are listening to Nafisa and liking the video. Big up to you guys. I can't lie, there was a United fan cooking under the comment section. He called him the next Andre Villas Boas. Fair enough. I bet you now because he's went to United. That guy's doing United prop to Amram. 100%.
Amram shouldn't have went United though. I do stand by. I still think he's a good manager, but United's not where he should have went. It was the wrong move.
No manager should go to Man United now that has a future. I'll be honest with
you. He should have rode out with Sporting for at least another year, won another league title this year, and survey the market at that point.
Yeah,
because he would have had a chance with that fucking City job because of that Sporting director. He really would have.
Slot has improved Gravenberg, Gakpo, and has changed into more control, which massively helps Salah longevity. 2, imagine Robbo playing Klopp heavy metal football this season. I'll be honest with you, bro. Robertson is still starting games of football now, and he's shit now, even in this controlled system.
Yeah, but even though he struggled this year, it would have been 10 times worse if he had zero responsibility tracking back. Because you got to remember, you know what the big difference is. I know he still struggled this year. You notice he's not doing that stupid fucking thing he used to do under Klopp, where he just jumps randomly, jumps to close someone down despite not getting there, and it leaves Van Dijk exposed. He's not doing that now, so teams aren't necessarily getting the same joy they were last year down that side. Don't get me wrong, still in a 1v1, he still does struggle at times, but I thought he had a good game on the weekend against.
Do you agree with this? Sorry, by the way. Where is the message? Here. That Amram would have done better had he went to West Ham. I actually think he would have.
Potentially, but I also think it would have been at very best a sideways step in terms of a career path, because you go from winning league titles. I know it's not top 5 league,
like top 5, top 6 over there. Then you could build up your portfolio, but now
maybe
you've ruined your career, bro. Arteta would have finished above Klopp for the 3rd season. You have to admit that you were wrong about the Salah opinion selection. Don't just be wrong and strong. I tell you this honestly, man to man. Don't just stand on business. Husam, you never acknowledge the wear and tear on our players from conceding first every game. It puts immense pressure on the team. Klopp at fault. Yeah, but we conceded first in a couple of games this season as well. Yeah, I expected my players to pull it out the bag.
It's not as consistent this year, though.
By the way, didn't we go only we went 1-0 down last season? I swear, only like 6 times. I don't even think it was that many.
No, I can go through it now and get you the numbers. It was like near enough 2/3 of the season we went 1-0 down.
No, there's no way it was 2/3 of the season we went 1-0 down.
I'll do the math for you now.
Yeah, but I don't trust you.
3 minutes. What do you mean you don't? I'm counting numbers. That's not hard.
I really don't trust you, Tom. I know you're gonna bullshit.
It's not hard.
So... Can you not bullshit? Because I know the number was low. 11 games. Yeah, that's the number. Liver Wrestler. 11 games we went 1-0.
Are we doing all comps or just Prem?
Just Prem, Tom. Who cares about fucking Europa and Carabao Cup, bro?
Okay. Chill. See the first. Just see the first. We didn't concede first against Luton. Oh no, we did. So didn't concede first. We conceded first. We
spent less money than Bournemouth in the transfer window. That's fucking mad. We spent less money than Palace. Fucking mental. 11 games. It's 11 games. Big up to you, Emeka. Big up to Mafia, who's an Arsenal fan, who says, Husam, congrats for winning the Premier League. Because there's 0% chance to win the league, and thank God it is Liverpool and not City. Mafia, why do you say there is no chance that you win the league? I have never thought of you as this like negative defeatist guy. Why are you saying right now that it's 0% chance?
It's 15, Husam. It was 15 games last year in the Premier League.
I don't trust you because I know the number.
Right, I'll tell you the games. It was Bournemouth at home, Newcastle away, Wolves away.
We beat Bournemouth 9-0.
No, we didn't. That was the year before that. How can it have been last year when Roberto Firmino scored 2 goals and he wasn't even here last year?
Then Firmino get a hat-trick?
No, he scored 2 and got 3 assists. Come on, Husam.
I don't think it was 15.
I've literally just counted it.
Yeah, but I don't trust you, Tom, with numbers.
I'm reading out the games now. Bournemouth at home, we conceded first.
Newcastle away, we conceded first. Wolves away, we conceded first. Tottenham away, we conceded first. Brighton away, we conceded first. Then you had a decent one where it didn't happen. 16, actually, I forgot Luton away. So Luton away, you conceded first. City away, you conceded first. Palace away, you conceded first. Arsenal at home, you conceded first. Then you had another little decent run. Arsenal away, you concede first. Then
how many times did you concede first this season?
Luton at home. I'll do that math in a second. Luton at home, you concede first. Man City at home, you concede first. Brighton at home, you concede first. Palace at home, you concede first. Everton away, you concede first. West Ham away, you concede first. And that's it. That's 16 games. This season, it was Forest is 1. Then it was Arsenal away is 2.
Wait.
Brighton at home is 3.
Why are you so quick? Relax.
Because
I know how to do it. Newcastle, did they score first?
No,
we
scored first.
How are you so far ahead, bro? Where the hell are you? Wait.
Fulham, that makes 5.
Forest.
Leicester makes 6.
Arsenal. Brighton.
United makes 7. Forest makes 8. So it's 8.
So 8 in 22 games, yeah?
8 in 23 compared to 16 and 38.
Okay, so extrapolate, mister.
Extrapolate it to less games that we went beyond.
So multiply 8 by 38.
Why would I do 8 by 38?
And then divide by 22. And then divide by 23, sorry.
Divide by 23.
Yes.
8 times 38 equals that. Divided by 20. Divided by 23 is 13.2.
So we're gonna concede first, like less by 2 fucking games. Oh wow.
3 games.
Wow. Klopp is so tactically inept. Oh my god, bro. Oh my days. There you have it, chat. There you have it. That's why I'm Husam in it. Husam, these brown envelope fans crack me up. They don't realize 4 strikers in the summer. Jota, Glass, Nunes, Crab, Chiesa, Elastic Band, Diaz wants out. I do agree with you, to be fair, Andrew, and that's why I'm FSG out, and that's why
I think 3 forwards going this summer. Not all by the club selling them. I think that Jota and Nunes will be sold.
I think Diaz will want to leave, in my opinion.
And that's the other one. I think Diaz will push for a move.
Jota will leave.
Jota should leave. That's the only one I'm a little bit about, because I don't know if Diaz forces a move, the club might shit the bed and go, we'll keep Jota around one more year.
Donkey should leave.
Yeah, I think Nunes is definitely going, and I think that Diaz is going to force through a move. And then I think that you're gonna see us go into the market for.
Look at Doka.
to be honest, Sam, I wouldn't be shocked if that Semenyo was risen up the list after that performance against us. He was scary. Every time he got on the ball, I was, oh fucking hell. And that it was the shot he had, the one which hit the inside of the post, and cannon back out. Fucking hell! I've never seen Alisson stumbling like that. He was that caught off guard by it.
Tom cooked Husam today. Husam, like Trump, never accepts defeat. Tron, you're a lot better than this. You're a great guy. You always support the channel. You know I was not defeated today. I presented a solid argument. No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
You were.
No, I wasn't. If after all this slot will only concede first. If after all, no, but the chat will always go against me because they like you. You're the only one that could defeat me on a poll on this whole channel. You and Hamza.
Do a poll?
Yeah, but I already know you're going to win the poll.
Do the poll.
But you're going to win it. So what's the point?
But don't make it just me v you. Do it Husam and Matt versus
people
me
won't
and Cal.
agree that I defeated you because people are living in the moment and going this whole like slot is better tactically and all this stupid shit. He isn't.
Right,
Tom. Tom, we have to be intellectually honest here. Okay, I'll give you a genuine. Let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say last season we conceded first in 16 out of 38 games. Okay, and this year we concede first in 6 out of 38 games. I'd say like, yo, that's a massive improvement. But 13 compared to 16 is not a massive improvement.
But all the other numbers combined with it are
Extrapolate.
right. Okay, so
Extrapolate.
I'll do the math again.
Big up to you, Tron. Slot control gives away less chances on the counter-attack, is what You Never Walk Alone says. Yeah, but this whole slot control thing, I don't think we had a controlled performance versus Bournemouth.
So if I go grab all them stats that I read out earlier and extrapolate them, now that you've given me now that you told me how to do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just multiply by 38, divide by 23.
17.
This guy learned the word extrapolate today, and he has to use it. Like
I knew the word. I knew the word. I didn't know how to do it.
You have a question from the chat. Big up to David Race, who says, "Yalla, Tom, extrapolate Kwanzaa versus Konate." Then
I've already been cleared of that crime. We had the court case.
Oh,
we had the
no,
court case
no,
on
you
Boxing
haven't.
Day. We had the
guys
court
in the
case
chat,
on
can you please
Christmas Day,
tell us
sorry.
more Tom Little crimes? Please tell me more Tom Little crimes. I want to include them in the crime list. I'll get RSM to edit them.
7 times 38.
Tom Little's crimes list. You get me?
90.
Fairs.
And then
Hit the like button. The XG doesn't match the likes achieved. Yes. How many likes are we on? We are at 350 likes. Let's get to 400 likes, chat. Nothing crazy.
right.
Let's just
So
get to
Sam,
400 likes.
if we
What?
extrapolate the stats that we've achieved so far this season and carry it over, we would end the season with 96 big chances missed, 17 clean sheets.
Compared to last year.
So compared to last year, 79 big chances missed last year, 96 this year, potentially. 10 clean sheets last year, 17 this year. 46.2 XG conceded last year, 35.1 this year. 89.4 XG4 last year, 90 XG4 this year. 86 goals last season, 93 goals this season. So
You know, Salah
suggest it's
performing
a
at
big
this
improvement.
level, I think is one of the big reasons, bro.
But Salah started last year, not to the same level, but still had a very good start to last year. When he went to AFCON, he was the guy with the most goals and assists in the league.
Do you think genuinely if AFCON never happened, we would have won the league? Like for real?
AFCON wasn't what killed us. The injury that Salah got killed us. But it was only the second injury that he got after Brentford.
When was Egypt eliminated last time? Quarter-final penalties, right?
Yeah, but Salah didn't play. He got injured in the
Yeah,
first
I know.
game.
He was on the bench.
But like, my point is, if you go look at that, Salah came back from that injury against Brentford and got man of the match. But we had to rush him back and he got injured again in that game. And that was where he started to struggle. AFCON didn't kill us. The Jota injury he picked up in that game where fucking someone fell on his ankle started the fucking domino effect that led to it. Because that was when we started the cycle of rushing everyone back. We don't, again, you could say that, but it was a hamstring injury that he picked up playing on a date that like 2 days.
I'll be honest with you. I'm really worried about her injury situation. I want us to stay as healthy as possible to the end of the year. It's good we rotate now. Like the game against, we have the game obviously now against Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously want us to go like really strong against Spurs, but then against Plymouth, I'm not playing a single starter. Like I don't give, genuinely couldn't give two shits. Like just play
you
all
have
the
to
kids.
Play one or two. When I say starter,
yeah, like Chiesa and stuff, like fringe players. Like I don't care if Curtis Jones plays, but I care if Salah plays.
Yeah. Obviously, like Van Dijk and Gravenberch and that shouldn't play, but like Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, McConnell, Endo, Jones, Bradley, Tsimikas, Kwanzaa, Gomez. That's fine.
Yeah, play the kids. Tom being held at gunpoint in the video. Tom, why is your body language in that video like you are being held at gunpoint? Why are you staring at like the camera and stuff? 52k views. How many subscribers did you gain from that? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. Can I find out on like the stats?
Yeah, go on YouTube Studio. Click on that video. Click analytics, and then for time choose lifetime.
Okay, how do I find it? Videos.
How Ruben Amorim could transform Liverpool. And then he's just staring into the camera, signing
so you
Inacio and
clicked
Nouri.
on
It's crazy.
Video performance. I got
Klopp
100
planted this. Go
I
on.
got 133 subs off that.
There's no way you only get 133 subs.
Mm-hmm.
That could be. Did you put the timing lifetime?
Yeah, since published.
No, not since published. Put lifetime.
133.
How? What the hell? How the hell did you only gain 133 subs from 53k video?
Short video, weren't it?
Yeah, but still, you should gain a lot more subscribers. 53k. Klopp planted the seeds that Slot is now ripping through the success. Even half of Pep's budget, he would have done wonders. At least 3 Champions Leagues, 3 Premier Leagues, GOAT. I do agree. Listen, Klopp, if he was backed properly, I think he would have had a lot better outcome than the one that we do now, to be fair. So I hear your logic, Dharmendra, completely. Big up to you. Husam, we only have 3 healthy attackers until April. One thing I will say, Matthew, is just like from the outside looking into this whole Arsenal situation, I was really shocked, to be honest with you, that Arsenal didn't sign anyone. I was almost certain that because of the Saka injury that Arsenal were going to sign someone. And when the transfer window ended and they signed no one, I was like, whoa, like how have they not signed anyone, to be honest with you? So,
I think the Jesus injury fucked them, and it sounds weird.
yeah, I heard that what Rory said, because they can't sell him.
Yes, so because they can't get him off the books in the summer, therefore they won't have the wiggle room to bring in 2 attackers. They can only bring in 1. So they don't want to waste that attacker in January and then not get one in the summer. I don't get why people are so like nervy and worried about Arsenal in that sense.
Don't do the whole thing you did last year again, please.
No, it's not.
Oh, not Arsenal. No, Arsenal.
No, I'm not doing that. But I'm on about us. Like we are. I think we're better this year than we were last year.
Yeah, of course we are.
And last year, it was only injuries that stopped us.
But I will say this though. Salah playing at this level really helps. Like, and I'll be honest with you, I've seen desire from Salah this year like I've never seen before. Like it feels like he's the one player in this whole team that wants to win the league more than anyone else. Like I can't. Not a single Liverpool fan can convince me that there's a single player in this team that wants to win the league as much as Salah wants to win it. Guys tracking back and stuff, bro. Like he's fully this season.
Yeah,
he's fully like on it.
I've seen Virgil sprint a number of times this season, and he doesn't do that normally either.
Yeah. So I'm saying like he's like they're like a man on a mission, you know, like with Salah, to be honest with you. So yeah. I love that, to be honest with you, and I hope it carries on. But regardless, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. This was quite entertaining. I'm going to be back at 9:30 p.m. UK time for A-listers. We got Lewis, we got Igal, we got Patrick, and we got Staffy coming on today. So it's different vibes. Big up to my guy Kachi Dere, who sends in 2,000. Guess what currency this is?
Is it like Nigerian Naira or something? I don't know.
Yes, Nigerian Naira. Niger no de carry last. Oh yeah, now Liverpool need to start looking for goal scorers, mate. Because if Salah leaves, what will happen then? Yeah.
I don't want to think about that though. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about what happened. I'm not thinking about what happens if either Van Dijk or Salah leave.
If any of those two leave, bro, I think replacing them is gonna be the biggest thing like ever. Like it's just gonna be so impossible.
Yeah, you're not gonna find one player who can do
like
it.
Even I watched Kudus yesterday. Like, okay, he has a good
I've
game.
never been moved by Kudus though.
Yeah, like he has a good game in spurts and stuff, but he ain't Salah.
Like realistically, the only way you replace
Stop
Salah
listening to Indy Kyla. Okay, that guy will tell you what temperature to fry your chicken at. That's it.
Also,
stop it.
Could you imagine us replacing one of the most fucking robust players in the Premier League, who can give you pretty much 38 games a season guaranteed, with Isak, who you're lucky if you get 25 out of?
I'd love to see Isak at Liverpool, to be honest with you, but I just don't see it happening.
What do we do for the other 13?
We had our chance last year. Speaking of opportunistic, we had our chance last year. We could have sent Kwanzaa over there and got Isak. Imagine we have a front three right now of Isak, Salah, and whoever, like anyone you want.
Yeah, but no one wants to send Kwanzaa at that point last year because
even as high rated as he was last year, it was still wrong to not send Kwanzaa.
No, because ultimately we.
Imagine like Kwanzaa and 60 million, you would have had Isak.
I don't know what. I don't think he would have though, because I think Newcastle would have just held off for as long as he could until the PSR deadline to get it through. Because that's what they ended up doing.
Imagine. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, but do you know what, Husam?
If we had this as the front three, I'd say we're going to win the quad.
Yeah, but do you know what I think might happen, though? I think one of that PSG front line might then push for a move.
Who? Barcola?
If it's Barcola, I would be all over that.
I like Barcola. I liked him from his Lyon days. By the way, the chat will vouch. Redline will tell you. I wanted him from when he was at Lyon.
I think if Barcola came on the market, I think that's something that you should be looking at.
Would you take Desire away?
I haven't watched as much of him, so I don't know what he's like. I've watched more of Barcola. I haven't watched pretty much anything of Desiree.
Would you take Ousmane Dembele?
No.
I wouldn't either.
Why the fuck will I take Ousmane Dembele?
Who would be your top three like wingers this summer? You can't say Mbeumo. Cop out.
Why not?
Because it's a cop out.
No, but he is one of my top three.
Don't give me someone who can play both positions. I don't care. Give me a winger, like straight up winger.
An out-and-out winger. Well, then, can I give you Semenyo?
Yeah, Semenyo's a winger. Yeah, he's not.
No, but him and Mbeumo are one and the same. Because Semenyo's played up front for Bournemouth this year.
No, I disagree. I think Mbeumo is more of a center forward, if you would like. Semenyo is actually like a winger.
Problem is, I haven't watched as much other football this year, so I don't really know what I'd be like. For me, I'd like Barcola if he was available. I'd like Semenyo if he was available.
Would you take this guy?
He's a bit too old. No, I think he's like 28 now. The only
a Gordon guy.
I'm still a big Gordon guy. I think Gordon is a very, I think he's took a big step to improving this year as well against lower blocks.
So at the start of the stream, your first comment was, "Don't talk about Bournemouth. We need new content." And your comment 2 hours later, which shows you that you watched the whole video, so good, is sign Lamine Yamal. Gonna end the stream. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. This stream is going to take you over to Football Terrace. They're starting Straight Facts. Big up to Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, Twitter, Insta, the Wax. Matt One Show, Callum Sanderson Show in the description. And of course, Kopish is in the description. Me and Tom will be on Kopish, inshallah, this Thursday, mate. He gave me finally, after all this. Oh, I've got to Kopish.
It's only took 2 managers. An entirely new front line, Salah, an entire new look midfield, and the same defense to get on the channel.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Never make this suggestion ever again your whole life. I'm not
no, fuck that.
Never, ever make this suggestion ever again.
Let me ask you a question though, Husam, before we go. Nico Williams.
I like him, but I'm not like.
I don't think the goal scoring numbers will ever be there.
I like him, but I'm not like, oh my god, Nico Williams. I think the system at Bilbao and the way that they play doesn't really like bring the best out of him. Like when I saw him play for Spain, it brought the best out of him, and it showed us his goal scoring element. However, do I say like his levels? No. But I really like him. Like I take him type thing, but he's not like, oh my god, but I would take him.
You know what? The Bundesliga has some like that Bino Gittins from Dortmund. I think he's a bit raw, but I think there's a lot to work with there.
Way too early for us.
But do you know what would be like the one that I think we should have done last summer? I know why we didn't do it, but we should have done last summer. If we had Michael Olise.
Olise would be really good. I think Olise would actually play in the 10 for us, I'll be honest with you.
I think you'd have Elise and Gakpo as your two wingers, two guys who can either make incisive runs and finish once they get
And
into
Salah?
the box. Because this is on the basis that Salah's not here.
Oh, if Salah's not here, then get ready to fight top 4, mate.
Yeah. But you'd have Gakpo and Elise who could both create, cross, and then when they make the incisive runs, finish.
Another one that's too raw.
Yeah,
too royal.
He's better. He's better than Gittins, but he's already a bit like Kulusevski's a weird one. He's a weird one. I don't know how to ever feel about Kulusevski.
Kulusevski would be good for us in the 10, but never on the wing.
Leao, I just don't think he's consistent enough.
Kvara would have been the perfect one, but anyway, let's not open up that kind of sadness right there.
If Jared Bowen was 5 years younger, he'd be the
yeah, he's 28 now. Yeah, his finish yesterday was unbelievable.
Ridiculously good finish.
Yeah, he as a finisher, he's very good. Regardless, listen, big up to you guys. Husam Raid in the terrace chat. Appreciate every single one of you guys for joining us, and see you guys back at 9:30 for A-listers, inshallah. Peace.